missing for Arizona here tonight, which we saw in warmups. Hudson was one of the top receivers. Chris Hudson, a transfer from Washington State. He may or may not be able to go, and he ate up Hawaii last year. So for Hawaii, applying pressure on Fifita, keeping him in the pocket, and making sure they force long third downs.
Absolutely. Great job with the keys to the game, talking with the coaches prior to the game. It is Pacific Islander Heritage Night here, so they will be honoring Fifita and a number of different Hawaii players, or at least Polynesian players that are here for Arizona.
And by the way, those defensive keys to the game, thank you to Coach Pu'u Robinson, Jordan Pu'u Robinson, that is, giving us really simple keys and knowing it's a big game at hand.
You heard the boos moments ago. That was because Hawaii entered the stadium onto the field, and now the captains are making their way to midfield. Hawaii wearing all whites as they did at home last week against Stanford. And they'll spin around, and we'll get a chance to hear the call now. Remember, last week Hawaii deferred after winning the coin toss. Let's head down to the field and listen to the coin toss.
Okay, guys, here's my coin. This is heads. This is tails. This is heads. This is tails. Hawaii, you're my visitor. What's your call?
Tails.
His call is tails. It's heads. You won. You want to defer? You want the ball?
Yeah.
Which direction you want to kick? Come on over here.
So Arizona has won the toss. They deferred. We will see Micah Alejado at the start of this ball game. Starting lineups brought to you by Enjoy Snacks. It's time for you to enjoy life. So Hawaii will have the ball first. You heard it already. Micah Alejado making his 27th start. Landon Sims is expected to go at tailback, although we will see a number of guys there. Cam Barfield, Christian Vaughn as well, possibly even David Cordero, who was a little banged up prior to week 1, or week 0, that is. We are expecting Jackson Harris and Carson Papunu to start at wideouts. Nick Cynical and Pofele Ashlock, your preseason conference picks, will start at slot back. Devin Tauefa, who comes in at tight end, has been a little banged up, but he is also expected to come in and play that tight end role. Oki Salavea, we are told, is done. He had surgery last week, so he is not on this trip. The next backup would be a freshman, Frank Abreu. Opening kickoff tonight, brought to you by and delivered by HGEA. Hawaii works better when we do. Hawaii will receive the kick and will move from left to right of the press box. We told you about a couple of players that have been injured. Mark mentioned a couple of guys on Arizona's team. And then today's injury reports are brought to you by Hawaii Pacific Health, creating a healthier Hawaii when we do have one. Back to receive the kick, Tama Uliata and Cam Barfield. And the kick is away, and it's deep. In fact, it could very easily have been a field goal should they have kicked that and brought that one through the uprights. But it is going to be Hawaii football in the 25, and we'll see what they do here.
Well, here you go. The 26 starts dating back to Bishop Gorman. That's Micah Alejado. He gets the start tonight. Full go, full throttle, and big number 12, QB1. Heads and trots out onto the field.
Making his third start as a Rainbow Warrior. He is 2-0 wearing the Hawaii jersey. They will come out with Landon Sims to his left. Ball on the right hash. 2 receivers either side. Traditional run and shoot. 4-man front for Arizona. Alejado clapping his hands. He'll hand off. Landon Sims up the middle. Immediately met at the line of scrimmage. He'll gain maybe 6 inches, and that sends the crowd into a frenzy.
Yeah, Max Harris, the linebacker, coming in to make the tackle. Now, with the 3-safety scheme, John, they like to show a lot of roaming up top. So there's going to be a lot of zone picking for Hawaii's offense, as Hawaii's offense going with tempo here after a gain of 1.
Harrison, Ashlock up top, Cynical and Papunu down below, and now Landon Sims to the right, Alejado, who walks to the line of scrimmage and barks some orders. Landon Sims also can't hear it. He walks up as well. It is very loud, although it is not filled here in the stadium. Looking like a blitz. They're coming. They're bringing it. It's a pass to the right side, and it's incomplete. Nick Cynical drops it. It's low, but thrown at his feet, and possibly could have been a catch, but it is an incomplete pass.
Those are things that you got to have. Those completions are ones that you got to have from Nick Senecal, but we do have a penalty flag on the far side of the field.
Illegal shift. Offense, number 9. That penalty is declined. 3rd down.
So that is Jackson Harris, who was the receiver at the top of the field. Brings up 3rd down and 9 here in the stadium. Ball on the 26-yard line.
And then Arizona, John, was playing that one high safety look. 45% of the time you'll see that. And they bring and rock and roll a lot of things with the safety as they show that 2 safety look. Now it trips to the bottom.
Like Alejado, Cam Barfield in the backfield now. 1 receiver to the left, 3 to the right. Barfield in motion to the right. Alejado dumps it off to Barfield, who gets up the sideline. Does he have enough? No. He's going to go out of bounds at about let's see where they spot it. Man, he was very close to the line to gain and now walks it back to the 33-yard line. That's where it goes out of bounds, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, and a quick 3 and out because of the pressure up front from Arizona. I think one of the things, John, Nick Senecal, you got to have those catches. You really do. Yeah, it was a little low and intended for him, but nonetheless, you got to come up with those catches in these big-time moments like this, playing against a big-time opponent.
Jeremiah Patterson standing on about the 18-yard line for Arizona, expecting the Billy Gowers punt to be a big one. And it is a low line drive, and it will land at about the 23-yard line, but have a Hawaii bounce. Patterson with it, takes it to the right, finds an opening to the 30, the 35, the 40, the 45, and finally brought out of bounds by Gowers himself.
Oh, man.
There is an injured Hawaii Rainbow Warrior at the 12-yard line, and it looks painful.
And I think that's Dino Heimuli. That's a non-contact injury, John, and he immediately grabbed the right knee. I feel for him. I saw it immediately when he throttled down. You can see his knee, and oh my, that is the brother of Pofele Ashlock, who had so much potential, but John, not a good sign for the Rainbow Warriors.
He was coming down very hard, tried to throttle it down, planted that right leg. He has been banged up in fall camp a little bit and didn't play much at all against Stanford, and he is down now, and there is concern for him. The doctors are now out on the field. He's laying down at the 12, and he looks like he's in a great deal of pain.
Well, he was in excruciating pain because, John, that's a non-contact, and by the looks of it, I'm no doctor, but we've seen these type of injuries quite some time, and now we do have a timeout on the field because of it.
So we'll take one up here in the booth. 13:32 left to play in the first quarter. It'll be 1st down and 10 for Arizona. Ball on the 45 when we come back. This is Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
Battery Bill. Battery Bill. For cameras, computers, cars, or scooters. For trucks, boats, jet skis, remotes. Battery Bill. Battery Bill. Wheelchairs, special orders, motorcycles, camcorders, rechargers, converters, power inverters. For work, for home, power tools, cell phones. Battery Bill. Battery Bill.
Hate your popcorn ceilings? Well, Statewide GC and Construction offers a stretch fabric alternative to removing asbestos-infested ceilings that you will love. Don't be burdened with the danger, mess, and time-consuming process of scraping your ceiling. New Walls Fabric can cover it. New Walls Fabric is safe, cost-effective, and stylish. Most jobs are done in less than a week, and there is no move-out. Statewide GC and Construction is the exclusive dealer of New Walls of Hawaii. Go to statewidehawaii.com or call 808-689-4115 for details.
At St. Francis Healthcare System of Hawaii, compassion is our calling. We believe our kupuna deserve care filled with dignity, compassion, and aloha. From hospice services that bring comfort at life's most precious moments to adult daycare that keeps kupuna active and engaged, we're here every step of the way. We support caregivers because caring for loved ones takes a village. Choose St. Francis, where kupuna and their families are uplifted with excellent ohana-centered care. Learn more at stfrancishawaii.org.
It's Rainbow Warrior football season, and Hele's game plan is to save you money. Save 25 cents per gallon on fuel every day when you download the Hele app. That's right. That's 25 cents per gallon you can save on fuel every single day with the Hele app. Plus, use your Hele Kama'aina rewards points towards a refuel or a Spam Musubi. That's savings on top of savings. So fuel up at Hele during the season, the postseason, or any season.
Hele on! At Fort Ruger Market, they fit in your everyday lifestyle. If it's Spam Musubis or mini bentos for the youth game, or takeout family meals for the busy parent, Fort Ruger Market is there with the delicious plate lunch and poke. with every day 10% discounts for firefighters, EMS, and law enforcement, or Military Mondays and Senior Tuesdays 60 and over. Fort Ruger Market. You bring the family, they'll bring the food.
Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network, driven by BMW of Honolulu.
Back here at Arizona Stadium, they have finally taken Heimuli off the field. Dino hurt his right leg on the kickoff, and Arizona will start in a great field position, in fact, on Hawaii's side of the field. 13:32 left to play in the first quarter. It'll be first down. Ball on the 47-yard line of Hawaii. Arizona comes out. Fifita has a guy in motion. 3 receivers. Check that. 2 receivers and an H-back right, single receiver left. In the backfield, he's got a running back. They're going to pass. Fifita rolls out. He's under pressure. Fifita finds a guy over the middle. Almost picked off, but caught by a receiver. That was, number 12, Trey Spivey, who had to climb the ladder to grab it. And he did so in traffic. A very dangerous pass, but one that works for Arizona all the way down to the 20. They'll quickly come back to the line. They'll have 2 receivers and an H-back left. Fifita whistles blow now as the ball is centered. Mark, that was a nice catch.
I can't believe he even caught that football. Peter Manuma, Kilinahi Mendiola Jensen, and also Jemai Otis all in the area.
Prior to the penalty flag, Hawaii called timeout. Their first timeout of the half.
Okay, so Hawaii quickly calling a timeout.
And I'm not sure why.
I'm thinking that they were rushing to try to get set, and Hawaii didn't have the right personnel in what would be the red zone.
How the heck did he even catch that? That is absolutely incredible. So you have Elijah Palmer, you have Jalen Smith, and you have Peter Manuma in the area in triple coverage. I mean, great coverage by the University of Hawaii, but even better catch by Trey Spivey. But Arizona going tempo. Very dangerous throw by Noah Fifita. Fifita on the Maxwell watch list, the Davey O'Brien watch list. He actually took the job from Jaden DeLora a couple of years back.
So Fifita in the pistol formation now walks up to the line of scrimmage. He's got 3 receivers to the left. Now the running back will move to the right of Fifita, calling for ball, gets the handoff off. Ball goes left side and met at the line of scrimmage. The second drive actually pushes for a couple of yards. That's Riscano, and it'll bring up second down. And they are running at tempo.
Oh,
here.
yeah, they're going quick.
H-back, 2 receivers right, single receiver left. Riscano to the left. They'll send a man in motion. Fifita handoff. Riscano right side. Finds a little push. Now finds an opening, and he runs up to about the 12-yard line before being brought down, and that'll bring up third down.
Yeah, he's down at right at about the 13-yard line where Riscano is just going to go right tackle, and we can't wrap him up.
Fifita gets the ball. Riscano again. Riscano to the 5, easily into the end zone. Arizona on the board.
And that was just way too easy. It's just split zone action where they motion the H-back. H-back kicks out the end and right up the gut. I mean, nobody in the area to even make the tackle. Riscano gets into the end zone for a real easy touchdown for the Wildcats.
The cannon goes off here at Arizona Stadium. You're right, Mark. Untouched, completely through the middle of that line of scrimmage and into the end zone.
Well, the referee, too, was right in Kilinahi Mendiola's way, and he runs into him, and Riscano gets into the end zone.
Michael Sogata Medina for the PAT. It's up, and it is good. Arizona takes the 7-0 lead. 12-11 left to play in the first quarter. You're listening to Hawaii Football on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
Fans, the clock is ticking. The 30% federal solar tax credit ends December 31st, 2025. That's your chance to save thousands, but only if you get in the game now. Here in Hawaii, solar is a winning play every time. Lower your electric bill, protect against rising rates, and score big on savings. But just like football, if you wait too long, you'll miss your shot at the end zone. Call 808-784-8891 or visit solartechindustries.com. From sunrise to sunset, SolarTech Industries is your best bet.
Lex Brody's Tire Company would like to say thank you very much for supporting UH. Wear your favorite UH gear into Lex Brody's and get an extra 5% off tires, brakes, and most other services on top of LexBrodys.com Super Saver coupons. You're the best fans, and Lex Brody's voted #1 in North America is the best choice for brake repairs and to purchase tires. Please visit LexBrodys.com for additional details and to set an online appointment.
Thank you very
Lex Brody's Tire Company.
You tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's long-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Visit LexBrodys.com for the best tire value on Oahu. Thank you very much.
Lex Brody's Tire Company.
Did you know emotional symptoms are common after a concussion? Anxiety, sadness, irritability? These feelings can make everyday life harder after a head injury. And if you've had emotional struggles before, recovery could take even longer. That's why it's so important to recognize and understand these symptoms are a normal part of healing. If you need help, contact a medical professional. Learn more at hawaiiconcussion.com. This message was brought to you by Hawaii Concussion Awareness Management Program, HCAM.
On the kickoff, it goes out of the end zone, and Hawaii had it 1st and 10 from the 25. On their first down, they handed it off to Landon Sims for a 3-yard gain. Ball right hash, trips receivers left, single receiver right, Landon Sims to the right of Micah Alejado in the shotgun, waiting for the snap. Crowd knows what they're supposed to do. They are very loud here at Arizona Stadium. Alejado waiting for the snap. Now looking around, clapping, dropping back. Alejado looking over the middle, fires. He gets a wide open receiver and out of bounds at about the 33. That is good enough for a first down. Nick Cynical with the catch at about 2 yards shy of the line to gain, but drifts his way into the first down area.
Yeah, and that first down was fueled by Hele Gas, Hele On. They run the mesh concept, and Nick Cynical just drags across the field. Easy pitching catch for a Rainbow Warrior first down at the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 40. Alejado right hash, 2 receivers either side. Landon Sims next to Alejado on the right. Alejado waiting for the snap. Now moves Landon Sims to his left. Alejado calling for ball. Finally gets the snap, handoff up the middle. Landon Sims again, a short run, but his extra effort gives him about 5 yards. That's a nice pickup on first down by the running back.
Yeah, the good physicality by Landon Sims. Landon Sims doing a nice job. They go zone read, and what looked to be a no gain actually turned into 5. So good job by Landon Sims, the extra effort.
Hawaii Football on the Rainbow Warrior Network is presented by BMW of Honolulu, your ultimate driving machine. Hawaii trying to continue to drive here. 3rd down, or check that, 2nd down, and 6 to go to the line to gain. Cam Barfield now moving from right to left, trips receivers to the left. Alejado, handoff, Barfield spinning his way off a hit. He's at the line to gain. Does he get the first? He's at midfield, and they're going to call it a first down. That is a nice run with an extra effort by Cam Barfield.
Well, look, if Arizona, John, is going to play this zone coverage, you're going to play off, and they're not going to load the box. Hawaii has to be able to run the football between the tackles. They do so. They hand it off to Barfield. Barfield needed 5. He got 6. Move the chains on a Rainbow Warrior first down.
1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. 9:39 left to play here in the first quarter. Hawaii trailing 7-0. 2 receivers either side. Barfield remaining in the game to the right of Alejado. Each player pointing at a player on defense, calling out an order. Alejado dropping back, looking right. Now fires over the middle. Carson Papunu bangs his way at the 45, and a piece of equipment came off. That was an entirely hard hit. Carson Papunu absorbed it, but also delivered it.
And now they're going to call a penalty flag here, because I think Coach Timmy Chang was talking to him about a helmet-to-helmet contact, or it could be a sideline warning. One of the two. Is this a sideline warning?
On the Hawaii bench. This is a warning. There is no yardage for this penalty.
Well, I think they went a little crazy on the hit.
Well, I think like both of us saw, I think it might have been helmet to helmet, what they're asking for on the mesh concept, picked up of 8 for Carson Papunu. So a good pickup. Make that Yeah, we'll make it 8. We'll give them 8. How about that?
I think they're calling it 7, second down and 3 to go on ball on the 43-yard line.
Yeah,
but
there you go.
I like exactly where they put it because they gave him the extra after the hit.
Well, John, again, Arizona's showing a lot of zone coverage.
Yeah.
They're in a too high look right now. So a lot of the times you're going to see this from Arizona. The box is light.
3 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. Barfield jumping from right to left. Handoff. Barfield goes right side, finds some room. He's crossed over the 40 and down to the 37.
And I love the audible and the check at the line of scrimmage because the box was light again. And when you have numbers and an on front, it was numbers to the right side. They shift over Barfield. Barfield scat back, gets the first down and some.
Hawaii has been running at tempo. Finally, they'll huddle up. First down and 10 from the 38. Hawaii continuing to move the football. 8-10 left to play in the first quarter, trailing 7-0. Trips left for Micah Alejado. Single receiver right. Cam Barfield still in the ball game now to his right. Alejado right hash. Now he'll jump him over to the left side. Alejado calling for ball. Fake the handoff. Throws out to Pofele Ashlock. Ashlock trying to find some room. And while the crowd cheers, that is still a 3-yard gain and a good high percentage pass from Alejado to Pofele Ashlock.
Well, they go to inside tunnel screen where you have the left tackle, left guard going out to the far sideline, and they get the ball out to Pofele Ashlock, that is. Hemuli's out, by the way. But Pofele Ashlock able to pick up 3.
So it brings up 2nd and 7 from the 35. Trips receivers to the right. Single receiver left. Mike Alejado. Barfield to his right. Ball now on the left hash. Alejado calling for ball. You can hear the clap. Alejado looking right. Fires down the sideline, and that is a complete miscommunication between him and Jackson Harris. Harris running to the end zone. Alejado throwing a medium route down the sideline.
Yeah, well, Arizona this time got home. They brought delayed pressure in the first hit we've seen Micah Alejado take. He's able to get back up, but yes, pressure up front by Arizona and brings up 3rd and 7.
So Hawaii 3rd and 7 from the 35. Landon Sims back in the ball game. Micah Alejado sends 2 receivers to either side, ball left hash. 7:05 left to play in the first quarter. Alejado fakes the handoff out to Pofele Ashlock on the sideline. Ashlock gets the first down and out of bounds at the 27-yard line.
Man, what a very gutsy call. That's boundary side, John. That's to the short side of the field. They're able to run a quick screen, which, John, may have been a face mask too on Pofele Ashlock. Yeah, they missed it, but they got the first down nonetheless, moved the chains. Now, Pofele Ashlock got his helmet ripped off there, John.
3 receivers to the right, single receiver left. Landon Sims to the right of Alejado, who walks to the line of scrimmage and calls out orders. 6:40 left to play in the first quarter. Ball on the 28-yard line. Now the receivers will split farther out to the right. Alejado, handoff Sims. Sims goes left side, finds some room. He's inside the 25. Nice run by the senior running back.
And hey, John, and if they're going to play off like that, Hawaii's going to have to be able to run the football in between the tackles. You're going to live with 4 to 5 yards on first down running the rock. I'm okay with that, John. And that's a gain of 4 and sets it up nicely for Hawaii. Manageable.
Brings up 2nd and 6 on the 24-yard line. Ball still on the left hash. Mike Alejado still has 3 receivers to his right. Single receiver left. Sims to his right now in the shotgun. The crowd not as loud, watching Arizona being pushed back into close to their red zone. Alejado waiting for the snap. Alejado gets the snap. Looking left. Alejado dumps it off to Sims. Sims to the 20. Bangs his way forward. He's down at the 11-yard line. Nice pickup and a first down.
Gain of, I would say, about a good 7-8 yards. And it's a check down, John. They get to the 16-yard line. Great job by Hawaii. Again, Alejado checking down to release Landon Sims for the first down.
Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network is brought to you by the Hawaii Building and Construction Trades Council. Building better tomorrow. 1st and 10 from the 16. 5:20 left to play in the first quarter. Hawaii trying to even the score, down 7-0. Triangle trips right on the right hash. The ball is on the left hash. Single receiver left. Landon Sims to the left of Alejado. He's got the ball in his hands. Alejado looking. Alejado running. Alejado looking and throws it out of bounds. He's tapped out of bounds by one of the linemen, but Alejado clearly not wanting to run that around the corner. And that is our first sign that things may not be as we thought with Mike Alejado. He is not 100%.
I think it's a good decision, though, because you have the linebacker screaming down on him at the defensive end. Yeah, he looked a little bit ginger, but him exploding off to the outside, I think that's just him being smart and throwing the football away.
Absolutely, I agree. He saw a couple of guys in front of him. He didn't want to run into a guy that's 300 pounds.
I wouldn't either.
But second down and 10 from the 16. We're 5:02 here left to play in the first quarter. Two running backs in the backfield, Barfield and Sims now. Added protection, single receiver left, two receivers right. Barfield in motion. He looks like the swing guy, and he's wide open, but drops it. Barfield drops the pass.
Oh, he had great room in front of him. I mean, Jackson Harris.
That's Jackson Harris. You're right.
No. Jackson Harris had the block in front.
Yes.
Barfield was the swingman on the screen, and Barfield had all kinds of room in front of him to score a touchdown because he's able to make people miss.
Brings up 3rd and 10 from the 16, and you can hear the Arizona crowd getting a little more wild now as they see it on the screen. Mark, that could have been a big play by Hawaii, but a pass that was thrown a little high to a shorter running back, running away from a receiver, very difficult.
You say this all the time, John. 2 hands on the football, you got to catch it.
Trips right, single receiver left, 3rd down and 10, whistle blown as the ball is snapped. It is a Hawaii timeout.
Hawaii has called their second timeout of the half.
Remember, they called one earlier because of an alignment issue, and they call this next one here now, and we will take a timeout here in the booth as well. It's 3rd down and 10 from the 16 with just under 5 minutes left to play in the first quarter, and Hawaii's trailing 7-0. They've got the ball when we come back on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
Hey, what are you snacking on?
We love Hawaii.
I know. The beautiful weather, beaches, and mountains. What are you eating?
We love Hawaii.
Oh, yeah. The people are wonderful. Hanging with family and friends is the best. What are you munching on?
We love Hawaii.
Wait, is that the Big Island?
Yep, we love Hawaii.
Introducing We Love Hawaii Holiday Mix from Enjoy Snacks. 7 custom shapes inspired by the place we call home. Available now at your local retailer.
It's time to enjoy life. It's time for Enjoy Snacks.
Here in Hawaii, we've delivered so many vibrant lives. From Keiki to Kupuna, we're here to see you thrive. We work between the beginning and end, from checkups and treatments to making a new friend. By your side, we will be every step of the way. Whether singing or soothing, we form the lei that embrace you with aloha. Whatever life throws at you, whatever your dreams, we're your lifetime partner in health. We are Queens.
Do you hear that? That is the sound of BMW performance without a single piston or cylinder. A generation of all-electric vehicles designed and built like no other. The BMW iX, i7, and i4 revolutionize every drive into a thrilling opportunity to feel the pure rush of BMW 100% electric. But isn't that what you'd expect from the ultimate electric driving machine?
Find your BMW today with a test drive at BMW of Honolulu.
Fatal crashes are taking too many lives. HPD has launched Safer Roads Together, a campaign to save lives through engagement, not just enforcement. Everyone deserves to get home safely. Simple choices: buckling up, putting phones away, and slowing down save lives. Please drive with Aloha. Each week, officers will be in neighborhoods and online every Traffic Safety Tuesday, sharing tips to keep families safe. The choice is yours. Let's protect each other. Safer roads start with us.
Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network. Brought to you by Hawaii State Federal Credit Union. Always right by you.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network, driven by BMW of Honolulu.
Your official radio home of University of Hawaii Sports is ESPN Honolulu. KKEA Honolulu, 1420 AM and 92.7 FM.
Hawaii called a timeout that led to a TV break. It was brought to you by Waiakea Hawaiian Volcano Beverages, proud comfort, the corporate partner of University of Hawaii Athletics. Live Aloha, drink Waiakea. Hawaii 3rd down and 10 on the 16 of Arizona. 4:58 left to play here in the first quarter. Barfield and Sims will sandwich Mike Alejado on the left hash. 2 receivers left side, 1 receiver right. Alejado waiting for the snap. They'll send Barfield in motion to the left. Alejado looking right now, looking left. Alejado to the end zone. He's got a wide open receiver. Is it caught? It is. Now Arizona is saying that it's not. And so does the referee. They're saying that it was dropped. It was initially looks like it was caught by Cam Barfield, I think, who came out of the backfield.
Oh, he took an absolute shot.
He
dropped the ball at the last minute.
He took a back-breaking shot while he was in the air catching it, and he was hit by Genesis Smith.
I mean, he had the football coming down, John, but he did not maintain control of the football. Now Kansei Matsuzawa comes in to kick.
Matsuzawa, his kick is up, and his field goal is good. Hawaii on the board, 7-3.
That field goal was brought to you by Football Fanatics, where Warrior Nation and NFL's fan shop. Shop online at fanhubhi.com today. Naturally alkaline and always refreshing.
33-yard field goal makes it 7-3. Hawaii still trailing, 4:48 left to play here in the first quarter. Hawaii Football on the Rainbow Warrior Network is brought to you by Aloha Termite and Pest Control, offering superior service with Aloha. Go to alohatermite.com today. So Kansei Matsuzawa coming off 11 points and 3 field goal performance last week, and a whole lot of world recognition for the Tokyo kicker. He kicks the 33-yard field goal here for Hawaii to get on the board, but Mark, could have been close to being a tied ball game here just moments ago.
And, very difficult, but Cam Barfield, I know he's probably going to look at that, John, and say, man, I should have had that, but in double coverage, a very good throw on that little skinny post out of the 20 personnel. The 2 running backs out of the backfield, they slip him out, but Barfield not able to come up with the catch. John, on that drive alone, Hawaii had 3 drops.
Ooh, okay. That's not a stat we like to bark out, but that's definitely one we're going to keep watch on. Hawaii Football on the Rainbow Warrior Network is brought to you by the University of Hawaii Federal Credit Union, the smarter way to bank. So a lot going on down there, Mark. Hawaii successfully making a
Number
drive down the
21
field.
for Arizona will be wearing number 37 for the next play.
So that's Ismail Mahdi. You heard that in the headset. Hawaii moved the ball down the field at that last scoring drive. It was 16 plays, 59 yards, and took up 7 minutes and 23 seconds. And it's brought to you by M. Dyer Global, always on the move.
And a good response, John. I know we'd want the touchdown, but a very good response by Hawaii.
Scores are good.
Scores are good. Yes. Now, Hawaii, can they make the adjustments defensively to stop Arizona? But either way, I mean, all questions answered, I guess you could say, John. Micah Alejado looks good in the pocket. He looks good throwing the football. They have not really, we haven't seen him outside of the pocket yet, besides him throwing that ball out of bounds. But nonetheless, John, I think Micah Alejado looks exactly what we expect him to be when he's healthy.
Mahdi and Craig standing on the end zone line waiting for the kick. It'll be Olivera Harley sending this one downfield for the Rainbow Warriors. And, of course, on the national TV broadcast, first of all, we'd like to thank everybody that's listening to ESPN Honolulu. And don't forget, Mark Veneri and John Veneri will be with you every week for every call all season long. So you can tune into us on 92.7 FM or 1420 AM. We're also on ESPN Honolulu on the app. Olivera Harley sending this one downfield, and this one's going to go deep into the end zone. We'll see if they bring it out. I don't know if they will. No, they won't. It's going to go 8 yards deep. So it'll be Arizona ball, 1st and 10.
Well, questions answered, John, so far. Offensive line protection, pretty good. Now we got to get the drop settled and get these guys settled down. Micah Alejado, the question. Did he look good on the first couple of drives? Yes.
Decent.
He looked all right. Now you got to stop here. We're all right. There we go.
Now all we have to do is get the kind.
Get the kind.
1st and 10 from the 25. 4:48 left to play in the first quarter. Arizona leading it 7-3. Roscano and Fifita in the backfield. They send a man in motion. Fifita, handoff to Roscano. Roscano first goes left, then goes right. Nice pickup on first down. Let's call it 9.
And this may not be a really good sign, John, with how Arizona's running tempo and then picking up 9 on first down via the ground game.
No, they'll send now no back set. 3 triangle trips left, 2 receivers right. Fifita flagged down, play call dead. They were moving around a lot before that ball was centered.
Illegal shift. Offense. Not all 11 players were set prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Mahalo to Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union for sponsoring Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network. Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union for life.
So it was a 9-yard game via the ground game. You take that 5, so gain of 4. I'll take that, right?
There you go. So it's
But still, penalty.
second down and 6 from the 29 for Arizona. 2 receivers either side. Fifita waiting for the ball, but now looking to the sideline. Riscano in the backfield to his right. Fifita calling a guy in motion. That's Olsen. Olsen going in motion, but it's a handoff to Riscano. Riscano stopped in the backfield, and that is a loss. Hawaii doing a fantastic job. Guess who? The guy with the big pick last week, Kili Nahimendiola Jensen.
And the Mountain West Defensive Player of the Week as well. Coming in the backfield from his safety position, doing a nice job of stopping him for a loss. Then Jemai Otis cleaning up the mess for a loss of 2.
Third down and 6 from the 29. 3 receivers left. Single receiver right. Riscano and Fifita. Fifita dropping back. Fifita looking right. Long ball to the sideline. Is it incomplete? They're saying it's out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. And so that one a little too long, and not able to bring that in is Isaiah Mizzle.
And Johnny Fifita took a shot.
Yeah.
He just dropped the
Yeah,
football.
he dropped it.
But pressure from the front 4 of Hawaii's defensive line, able to get to Fifita, and Fifita throws the ball a little high in and out of the hands, and a quick 3 and out for the Bearcats.
Tama Uliata standing on the 35-yard line. We've got 3:30 left to play. Hawaii leading at 7-3. Defensive stop there will make the Wildcats punt it away. We'll see how far it goes. Nearly blocked. Wow. Uliata's going to take it. He's got to run backwards. He fair catches it, and the ball will be at the 21-yard line, right hash.
I think Verdell Edwards was just unbelievably confused that he got in so easily that he probably could have got the block on that.
Shout out to our pops in the booth today, traveling to Arizona. And to, of course, our road engineer who also does a fabulous job.
He's the man, the myth, the legend.
We got another person in the booth too, and I think
Yes.
he'll be with us all season long. You can check out ESPN Honolulu on Instagram to find out who that is. Longtime broadcaster. Hawaii first down and 10 from the 22-yard line, so they'll call it on the 22. Sims to the right of Halihado, ball right hash. Trips left, single receiver right for the Rainbow Warriors. Now Sims will jump to the left. It'll be a fake handoff, quick throw out to Pofele Ashlock, who ducks out of a hit, but still gets about 4 yards to the 26-yard line before being stopped and brought down.
I think one of the keys here moving forward, John, Hawaii is going to have to run the football. If Arizona is going to play off coverage like that and just put 4-man in the box and stay light, they're going to have to be able to run the football.
Arizona last year in losses to Arizona State gave up 643 yards, 362 passing. So let's see if Hawaii can exploit a little bit of this. But they've got 61 new players, so a lot of new players on this team. 2 receivers either side of the Rainbow Warriors. Second down and 7 from the 25. Handoff, Sims up the middle. He's forging his way forward across the 30. They'll mark it at the 31, and it's a nice pickup on second down.
And I absolutely love it, John, because, again, when you're averaging 4 to 5 yards on the ground and you use the big back in Landon Sims, what is third and long, you will take manageable 3rd and 1 and 2 all day. It just makes play calling so much easier.
2:12 left to play in the first quarter. It's 3rd and 2 from the 30-yard line. Alijado's got Christian Vaughn in the backfield with another
I think
running
that's
back.
Titan Lackaday.
I believe it is. And a single receiver left, 2 receivers right. Alijado waiting for the ball. Now he'll fake the handoff. He'll dump it off to Lockett. Lockett coming down the backfield. Lockett up. No, that is not. That's David Cordero. Both very the same size. But they get the first down, and he's out across the 40 to the 41-yard line.
Well, how's that a little wrinkle into this offense? A double H-back look. Christian Vaughn, they leak out Cordero on a quick arrow, and Arizona was loading the box. So a great play call, easy pitch and catch for the first down.
We kind of knew there might be a mishap with the lineup, but Hawaii's bringing out something we haven't seen because there has been an injury to Devon Tauefa. Cordero still in the ballgame now at the running back position. Trips left, single receiver right, 1st and 10 on the 41 for Hawaii right hash. Cordero now hops to the left of Alejado. It'll be a handoff. Cordero finds an opening up the middle. He's being dragged down, but not before he picks up about 4, maybe 5. He's out to the 45-yard line for the Rainbow Warriors.
And again, John, the line that is doing a great job. Again, I am going to take 4 to 5 yards every single day of the week. I don't care who it is. The average in college football is 4.1 yards per carry. If you can get 4 to 5, I take that.
Quickly approaching zeros here in the first quarter. Trips left, single receiver right. 2nd down and 6 on the 45. We're reaching 30 seconds for Hawaii. Cordero still in the backfield. Alejado walking up, barking orders. Now to the left of Alejado. It'll be a handoff. Cordero. He bounces his way to the right side. He gets met pretty viciously at the line of scrimmage, but still manages to pick up 1 as time quickly gets to 10 seconds here in the first quarter.
Yeah, that time Hawaii thought they had that 3-man, but Arizona ends up showing pressure in the box, and that will do it for quarter number 1.
That's the end of the first quarter. Timeout.
Clock's at 0, 7-3. Arizona leading. Hawaii has the football and driving when they start the second quarter, and when you return right here, you're listening to Hawaii Football on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
At Napa, we are the pros that know electrical systems are complex. That's why we deliver solutions that keep it simple. From starters and alternators to premium batteries and the testers to diagnose them, Napa provides the high-quality products your customers can count on. Whether you're a local shop or managing a national fleet, Napa has the new or remanufactured electrical parts to keep your business powered up and running strong. Find your parts right now at Napa.
Aloha, this is Daryl Turner from Napa Auto Parts Hawaii. As we celebrate over 70 years in the islands, I'd like to say mahalo to all our Napa Hawaii employees, independent store owners, business partners, and you, our loyal clients. Over the years, we've grown to 45 stores across Hawaii, Oahu, Maui, Molokai, Lanai, Hawaii Island, and American Samoa. We look forward to serving your automotive needs for many, many more years to come. Mahalo.
University of Hawaii student athletes are more than champions on the field. They're leaders, role models, and the future of Hawaii. Join us for a Hawaii's Team Drive, a fundraiser for University of Hawaii Athletics, Tuesday, September 9th on KH12. Let's come together to keep Hawaii's team strong. Every dollar stays here, supporting scholarships, nutrition, travel, and more. Support our team, Hawaii's team, with Hawaii's Team Drive. Your gift makes a difference. Tuesday, September 9th on KH12.
The long weekend sale is on at Target with exciting deals you won't want to miss. Stock up on grilling must-haves for a few more sunny barbecues. And while you're at it, ease into sweater weather with fresh new fits for the fam. Whether you're hosting, relaxing, or showing off your new style, Target has your deal in-store, online, and in the Target app. Hurry and save more with the long weekend sale happening now through Monday. Only at Target.
Progressive knows we all crave validation.
Girl, you are not 37.
I would have guessed 27.
You guys are too sweet.
Sure, dewy skin. Terrific.
Is something wrong, Ned?
Why would you ask? Just because today marks my 10th anniversary without a car accident or even a speeding ticket? But somehow, tonight's all about your skincare.
Wow. With Snapshot from Progressive, you can get a personalized rate based on how you drive. And that's all the validation you need. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in California from all agents. Surcharge possible for unsafe driving.
Hawaii Football on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
Welcome back to Arizona Stadium. John Benary alongside Mark Benary here in Tucson, Arizona. We are in the second quarter with Hawaii has the football, trailing Arizona 7-3. But Mark, a manageable first quarter and a very in-reach score here as Hawaii has it 3rd down and 5, ball on the 46-yard line as they come back out. Micah Alejado has been your starter, and he has looked decent throughout this first quarter. We'll see if he can pick it up along with the Rainbow Warriors here in the second quarter.
And John, I don't want to put any jinx or anything on this, Johnny, but Arizona does not look like the Arizona of old. I think this is a very manageable game for Hawaii. Up and up with them. Hawaii's been controlling the line of scrimmage via the ground game.
3 drops in the first quarter for the Rainbow Warriors. They'll have to clean that up if they're to be successful here throughout the first half. Mike Alejado in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to his left, single receiver to the right. Landon Sims is in the backfield now to his left. Ball right hash. 3rd down and 5 from the 46 of Hawaii. Handoff. Sims finds an opening. Sims across the 50 and bulls his way forward for a first down and all the way across and down to the 45.
And I'm going to go ahead and say it, Johnny. That's all Micah Alejado at the line of scrimmage. He is checking that at the line of scrimmage. So when you see these run plays, John, and you're going the opposite of the trips, and Landon Sims bulls his way for the first down, that's all Micah Alejado.
1st and 10 from the 45 of the Wildcats. Single receiver right, trips left for Alejado. Sims to his left. Standing on the big A on the right hash. Sims now moves to his right. Alejado waiting for the ball. Here's the snap. Alejado handoff Sims. Sims goes left, but he's met at the line of scrimmage. Can he get anything? He'll get an inch, maybe. Again, met by blue jerseys, and a helmet comes off. Not sure whose that is.
That's Landon Sims' helmet comes off.
So he'll have to come out. That'll bring Barfield back into the ballgame.
And the only thing sometimes, you just can't be running into the back.
It is Pacific Islander Heritage Night, and they just, during the break, honored for the Ring of Honor 2 players, including McMillan, who was a draft pick out of Arizona and one of the history-making in yards and receptions here in the stadium. Alejado takes the snap. He'll throw it out to the left sideline, and it's caught by Brandon White, and it'll be very near the line to gain, say, a pickup of 7 on first down.
And
check that, 2nd down.
And keep this in mind. We said this throughout the pregame. Micah Alejado was 24 of 26 in passes of 5 to 10 yards. And he continues to deliver strikes within that realm. But now, again, another manageable 3rd and 2 for the Rainbow Warriors.
Check that, make it 3rd and 3 from the 38. It'll be 2 receivers either side. Barfield in the backfield to the right of Alejado. Alejado checking down on the defense, taking a look. They look like they're bringing 3, possibly a blitz. Here comes 5. Alejado looking. Alejado getting hit at midfield, or check that, the 45, and it'll be a loss of 7 and a loss of the football. He fumbled the football, and Arizona recovers.
I didn't even see the ball come out,
I
John.
didn't either. It was in the scrum where he loses it. Of course, they're going to take a look at the replay. We will as well. Alejado was in it, and it was a strip by number 7. That's Chase Kennedy, the willbacker.
Oh yeah, that ball's out. He gets the strip sack on that.
Last play under review. It is a turnover, and it's brought to you by Hawaii USA Federal Credit Union. Life matters. Timeout on the field. We will take one as well in the booth. We're in the second quarter. 12:59 left to play in the first half. It's Arizona ball after turnover. You're listening to Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
Hate your popcorn ceilings? Well, Statewide GC and Construction offers a stretch fabric alternative to removing asbestos-infested ceilings that you will love. Don't be burdened with the danger, mess, and time-consuming process of scraping your ceiling. New Walls Fabric can cover it. New Walls Fabric is safe, cost-effective, and stylish. Most jobs are done in less than a week, and there is no move-out. Statewide GC and Construction is the exclusive dealer of New Walls of Hawaii. Go to statewide.hawaii.com or call 808-689-4115 for details.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford Groom.
Sam, 30 seconds on the clock. The Ford Summer Sales Event.
Great time to buy.
Correct. What do we have amazing deals on this summer?
Ford trucks and SUVs.
Is Ford America's all-time best-selling auto brand?
Let me think. Yeah, it is.
3 for 3.
What do I win?
You get to work at the Ford Summer Sales Event.
Amazing. I think I was going to do that anyway.
You betcha.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
Looking to start a career in healthcare? If you're a high school graduate or an adult ready for a career change, apply today to the Academy for Healthcare Innovation. Train to become a medical assistant, nurse aide, surgical instrument processing technician, or surgical technologist. In less than a year, you can earn a certificate that opens doors to in-demand roles in the healthcare field. Come build a fulfilling career. Visit ahihawaii.org to learn more and apply.
Battery Bill. Battery Bill. For cameras, computers, cars, or scooters. For trucks, boats, jet skis, remotes. Battery Bill. Battery Bill. Wheelchairs, special orders, motorcycles, camcorders, rechargers, converters, power inverters. For work, for home, power tools, cell phones. Battery Bill. Battery Bill.
Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
Brought to you by Heli Gas. Heli on.
Arizona brought the house on that last down. Chase Kennedy stripped it out of the hands of Mike Alejado as he was running. They brought 5 on the play mark, blitzed 2 linebackers. So it'll be first down and 10 from the 45 of Arizona. Ball just inside the left half. 2 receivers left, 3 receivers right. No back set for Fifita. Fifita now rolling out. He's in trouble. Fifita looking. He's going to run it himself. Finally hit out of bounds at the 47-yard line. A pickup of maybe 1 or 2.
And good back-end coverage by Hawaii. And, Noah Fifita, he can do it with his legs. Hawaii doing a nice job of rallying to the football, coming downhill. And it'll actually only be a gain of about 1 yard for Arizona.
Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network is brought to you by HCAMP, the Hawaii Concussion Awareness Management Program. Visit hawaiiconcussion.com. Fifita, handoff up the middle. And that is a big gain to the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20, 10, 5. And it is a touchdown. Yes, it's a touchdown for Arizona. Quincy Craig. Huge run, untouched until the very last yard as he dives in to extend Arizona's lead.
Well, they send a man in motion to kind of give some eye candy to Hawaii. Hawaii's backers ends up shifting, and there's just a big, wide open hole for Quincy Craig to just shoot out of a cannon, and he goes untouched to the house for the touchdown.
Miscommunication on defense allowed him to go untouched. Of course, he reaches out over the pylon for the score, and now they'll bring in their PAT team. It'll be Michael Salgado Medina, 5-star kicker, rated number 3 kicker in the nation coming out of high school. This will be a chip shot for him.
Man, they ran GT counter off of that. Good seal by the center. And then Quincy Craig just takes it to the house, John. Really just the motion gives the eyes a different look for the Hawaii defense. And then Quincy Craig with the guard tackle counter. They run a fly motion sweep. And then Craig, again, just takes it to the house for the touchdown.
PAT is up and it's good. It's 14-3, Arizona leading after the 54-yard touchdown. Remember now that play or that drive was only 2 plays after a Micah Alejado strip sack and turnover in the backfield. So Hawaii seeing a little adversity here to start the second quarter. 12:26 left to play in the second half, in the first half, that is.
Well, what's concerning, John, is there's been a couple of big runs for Arizona, not just your 10, 15-yard runs, but 20, 25. And that one's over 50 yards on the rush. So 54 to be exact.
Yeah, something they didn't allow last week against Stanford. No real big plays in the rush department. Student section here is completely full. There's seats smattered around the stadium. Kickoff is going to go deep into the end zone. In fact, out of the back of the end zone, close to the stands. And boy, they've got a pretty good leg in Isaac Loveson, who knocks that one down the field. Check that. That's Ian Wagner. Hawaii will talk it over before coming out. They'll have it 1st and 10 from the 25. Ball on the left hash.
Hawaii needs a big response here, John. They were moving the football too.
They were. And in fact, Hawaii was owning that department 100 yards to 56. Now Arizona has taken the lead in the total yards department. Alejado, 3 receivers to his right, single receiver to his left. He's going to look left. Jackson Harris has it, makes a man miss, and then he falls forward, just passing the line to gain at the 36-yard line. Good enough for a first down.
And that first down fueled by Helegas, Heleon. Nice pitch and catch on the outside. Jackson Harris makes a man miss. The sure-handed Stanford transfer picks up the first down.
Had a touchdown pass catch against his former team last week, hoping to repeat that performance and hopefully win this week. Doesn't kind of mean a whole lot when you don't win a game. Trips receivers to the right, single receiver left. 1st and 10 from the 36 of Hawaii. Ball left hash. They look like they're coming, don't they, Mark? And they are. They're bringing the house again. Alihado's going to have to step up, and he falls forward, and he's sacked at the 35-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1. Alihado clearly not the same when he tries to run out of pressure. Jabari Mann is the guy who brought the heat and puts him to the turf.
And that makes me worried too, John, because he almost lost the football on that one.
Yeah,
as he stumbled. And this is going to be a loss of, well, let's say about 2 off of that.
And Mann made sure that he put all of his weight on Alihado as he's dug him into the turf. 2nd down and 11 from the 34 of Hawaii. Left hash, 2 receivers either side. And some miscommunication in the backfield. Alihado handing left, running back runs right, and all kinds of confusion here for the Rainbow Warriors.
Oh, and Michael Alihado let Landon Sims know a few things too after that. And again, another miscommunication pushes the Rainbow Warriors back another 3 yards.
3rd down and 14 from the 32. Hawaii moving backwards, not forward. 10:30 left to play here in the first half. Sims comes out. Barfield replaces him. 2 receivers either side now for Micah Alihado. He'll have Barfield to his right. Alihado waiting. Ball just inside the right hash. He's trying to hurry his team up. They need the ball centered, and it's not going to get there.
Hawaii has called the 3rd and final timeout of the half.
They had to do so because the play clock was running to 0. Couldn't get the play off in time. So Hawaii takes its final timeout with 10:10 left to play.
30-second timeout
in the first half. Down 14-3, and Arizona was able to score just 2 plays after a turnover by Mike Alihado, getting sacked and stripped of the football in the backfield.
And you know what's crazy about this, John? 15 minutes, almost 16 minutes of time of possession for the Rainbow Warriors, and they only have 3 points to show for it because of the quick strike ability from Arizona. And John, one of the things that we talked about earlier was the offensive line giving good protection. Right now, in the last 3 to 4 snaps, Arizona has been mixing up and dialing up pressure, and Hawaii hasn't been able to block it up front.
And while Mike Alihado is into play, he does not look the same, Mark. I'll just go ahead and say it. I know the people don't want to hear it, but he does not look like the guy who could run away from that pressure as he did in the first 2 previous starts, one against New Mexico last year and against Stanford last week. Trips right, single receiver left, 3rd and 14 from the 32.
They're going to bring
Sims
it again
to his left, and they are bringing the house. They're bringing 6. Nope, they're going to drop back 3 into coverage. Alihado looks to the sideline. He's got a wide open receiver. It's Brandon White caught at the 43. No, he gets hit and it comes out. And White looks like he might be shaken up on the Arizona sideline.
Yeah, he's got to come up with that football too. He would have been short anyways, but Brandon White now down on the Arizona sideline. He comes up with it and he just gets popped.
Timeout for an injured player.
And that is Brandon White on the Arizona sideline. They're helping him up off the turf. He'll walk off with the trainers, but he's got a long walk, especially after getting hit and dropping the football. You're right, it would have been short, and Hawaii would likely have to punt it away, but it would have been a nice catch, and it would have brought back some of the yardage that they lost on the previous 2 plays. So White walking to his sideline, off on his own pressure, walking with Mike Alihado and 2 of the trainers. White trailing 14-3 here with 10 minutes left to play in the first half.
You just don't want to get this game out of hand quickly, John. You know, the offense has been firing for Arizona. Hawaii did have 1 stop, but I think some of the conversations going on with Timmy Chang is seeing, hey, what can we do to fix this thing, you know?
Well, we've seen 2 running backs. We haven't seen that yet. We haven't seen the tight end replace the slot back, and that's because you got a couple of guys injured. We were told that Devin Tauefa would be available to play. We've also seen him not practice. And so there's a couple of guys that are dinged up. Tuaupehopa is also not playing today. We were hoping he would come back. He's the starting right guard. Instead, Judakayo is in for him. Billy Gowers set to punt this one away for Hawaii. And he'll do the Aussie-style rugby kick, running to the right, knock this one down the field. It's caught at the 24, and Patterson returns this one a few yards and then driven out of bounds, possibly for Gowers. Nice punt. Timeout on the field, 9:51 left to play in the first half. It'll be Arizona football when we come back. You're listening to Hawaii Football on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
Home upgrades, college costs, or clearing debt. Whatever your next move, Hawaii USA's HELOC helps you play smart. With fixed interest-only payments as low as 4.99% annual percentage rate for 2 years, it's a winning strategy for life's big goals. Other rates and terms available. Apply at hawaiiusafcu.com/HELOC or call 808-534-4300. Hawaii USA Federal Credit Union. Life matters. An equal housing lender.
Heineken and Dave's Ice Cream bring you Countdown to Kickoff from Big City Diner Pearl Ridge today at 2:30. I'm Josh Pacheco. Join Coach Arno Martinez and me, your Countdown to Kickoff crew, as we get you ready for the Hawaii-Arizona game. Plus Heineken and Heineken Light Bucket Specials, a bucket of 5 for $25. Also prize giveaways to go along with those awesome grinds at Big City Diner. More football fun from Heineken and ESPN Honolulu.
The long weekend sale is on at Target with exciting deals you won't want to miss. Stock up on grilling must-haves for a few more sunny barbecues. And while you're at it, ease into sweater weather with fresh new fits for the fam. Whether you're hosting, relaxing, or showing off your new style, Target has your deal in-store, online, and in the Target app. Hurry and save more with the long weekend sale happening now through Monday. Only at Target.
Progressive knows we all crave validation.
Girl, you are not 37.
I would have guessed 27.
You guys are too sweet.
Sure, dewy skin. Terrific.
Is something wrong, Ned?
Why would you ask? Just because today marks my 10th anniversary without a car accident or even a speeding ticket? But somehow, tonight's all about your skincare.
Wow. With Snapshot from Progressive, you can get a personalized rate based on how you drive. And that's all the validation you need. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in California from all agents. Surcharge possible for unsafe driving.
Hawaii Football on the Rainbow Warrior Network, driven by BMW of Honolulu.
John Paneri and Mark Paneri here at Arizona Stadium in Tucson, Arizona, where Hawaii is trailing 14-3 to the Wildcats with 9:51 left to play in the first half. The big difference is turnovers here. Hawaii has turned it over one time, have had 3 drop balls, and allowed a couple of big plays by the Wildcats, and that is your score, 14-3 because of it. Arizona first and 10 on their own 35-yard line. Ball left hash for Fifita. Fifita trips right, and it'll be a flag on the play as Hawaii jumps offside right over the football. That's Carson Stoklinski. Can't be doing that, especially when you're directly over the football. Now, there's a discussion about it because there may have been a bark or a call or a clap that drawed him off. We'll see what they say.
Offside, defense number 98, 5-yard penalty, first down.
One could only hope. But it will go against Hawaii, and it'll be an easy 5-yard penalty.
Timer, please reset the game clock to 9:51, 9:51.
Which is what we're seeing. So it'll be 1st and 5 on the 35-yard line for Arizona. Ball on the left hash, 2 receivers to the right, tight end, and 1 receiver to the left. Noah Fifita at quarterback sends the guy in motion. It'll be a handoff to that man in motion to go around the left side, but he's met very hard at the 40-yard line, and a great play by Verdell Edwards.
Oh, nice open field tackle, Johnny. That's just one-on-one, mano-y-mano Verdell Edwards, kind of that prospect. And Watley was trying to get to the outside. He could not. Good tackle by Verdell Edwards.
So it'll be 2nd down and 5. No gain on the play. Ball on the 40-yard line. Fifita, no back set. 2 receivers left, 3 receivers right. Hawaii looking like they're bringing 5. And they are. They're going after Fifita. He gets rid of it, and it's incomplete. Throwing over the middle, intended for Isaiah Mizell. And that ball had to get rid of quick because Hawaii was coming.
Yeah, Jackie Johnson actually put a lick on Fifita as Fifita was trying to get rid of that along with Kyle Akana. And Hawaii doing a nice job of applying the pressure on 3rd down.
Saying no. Oh, check that.
2nd down, that is.
Yes. 3rd down and 5. Ball on the 40. Fifita, 2 receivers either side. And now he's trying to hear what he can because it is kind of loud here in the stadium. But I think he's got some confusion. He's going to send the guy in motion and move another receiver. So now it'll be the H-back and receiver left. Fifita dropping back, looking. Fifita looking right. Fifita throwing to the right sideline. It's a high ball. Is it picked off? No. Is it caught? No. It's an incomplete pass at the 45-yard line. Bobbled.
Are they saying he caught this?
They can't say that's a catch.
Did he catch that between his legs, John? He may have caught this between his legs.
We're taking a look at the replay. Oh, he did catch it. He caught it. He fell down with it. It's 4th and 1. Handoff up the middle. A hole for the running back, Quincy Craig, who just moments ago scored a 54-yarder. He looked like he had a chance there to break it open, but he's shoestring tackled by Peter Manuma.
I can't believe he caught that football.
Brings up 1st and 10 from the Hawaii 49. 8:20 left to play in the first quarter. Check that first half. Arizona leading at 14-3. Fifita, 2 receivers either side. He'll send Craig now far left. No back set. Trips left. Noah Fifita. Dropping back. Short drop. Over the middle. Incomplete pass. Good coverage by Jemai Otis.
So here's the thing. Hawaii looks good on the back end in coverage. Hawaii's done a nice job of covering the Arizona Wildcats receivers. Where Hawaii's struggling is within the box, John. They cannot stop the run. I mean, really, that's what it boils down to right now. Oh, I think Jemai got away with a little hold there too as well.
2 receivers either side. Check that receiver and an H-back right. 2 receivers left. Fifita waiting for the snap. 2nd down and 10 on the 49 of Hawaii. He's going to drop back. He's looking left. He's got one out to the sideline. It's Wysong from New Mexico, the transfer who had a very good game in a loss to Hawaii at the end of last season. Catches it for a 1st down. No, it'll be 3rd down and short.
Who came in untouched? That could have been dangerous too, is Jalen Smith.
Oh, yes. And he put a lick on Fifita. Got to hold up on that. Once the quarterback lets that one fly, Hawaii may have gotten away with one there. 3rd down and 3 on the 42 of Hawaii. Arizona leading at 14-3. 7:36 left to play in the first half. A lot of shifting between the 2 tight ends, Olsen and Barmore. Fifita, handoff up the middle. Nice stop by Hawaii, but the drive is going to get him to the line to gain. Stop just short at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, we got a offsides penalty against Hawaii. The left end jumping a little early on that clap cadence, and this one's going to go against Hawaii.
In the neutral zone of the snap, 5-yard penalty results in a 1st down.
So while it would have been a stop just short of the 1st down, it turns out to be a 1st down for Arizona on the penalty. Costly, untimely. Arizona continues its drive with 7:13 left to play in the first half, leading 14-3. 2 receivers to the left, H-back receiver right. Rescano in the backfield. Fifita dropping back. He's under pressure. Fifita long to the 10-yard line, and it's caught and out of bounds by Watley. Javin Watley. Big catch, Mark. Inside the 10 to the 8.
There was miscommunication as Watley came in motion, and it becomes a man-match concept. So there was no help over the top. Elijah Palmer comes screaming down to the curl flats where nobody was there, And then that allows Wadley, who is in no man's land, to make the catch.
1st and goal from the 8 for Arizona. Fifita, 2 receivers right, H-back receiver left. Riscano to his left. He'll hand it off. Riscano finds an opening. Riscano to the right side. He's to the 5-yard line. Finally brought down, and another flag thrown to the field. Peter Manuma with the tackle. Riscano was bottled up at the line of scrimmage, but broke it out to the right side, and it looks like Peter Manuma may be shaken up as well.
Yeah, I think he's coming off the field, but Hawaii, again, 1, 2.
Holding. Offense, number 17, 10-yard penalty enforcing the end of the run. 1st down.
And John, he went straight to the bench. Like, he's not even looking to come back in. So Kona Moore coming into the game for Peter Manuma.
Elijah Palmer also in. Hawaii looks like they're bringing 4. Fifita Novak set. 2 receivers right, 3 receivers left. It's 1st and 15. 1st and goal from the 15. We're down to 6 minutes. Fifita dropping back under pressure. Fifita stepping up, throws to the end zone, and it's going to be in and out of the back of the end zone. Nice coverage by Hawaii.
Yeah, intended receivers Trace Spivey. They try to find him on a little post route. But again, good coverage on the back end by Hawaii. And this time, Elijah Palmer was in coverage.
Yeah, step for step. All the way to the back of the end zone. Couldn't do anything but throw it out of the back.
Hawaii needs to force a field goal here, John, at the minimum, you know. And if they can get a stop here or anything, that would be big for Hawaii.
Ismail Mahdi in the backfield next to Fifita, sends a guy in motion, trips receivers left. He'll dump it off to Mahdi. Mahdi at the 12-yard line. Mahdi brought down, check that was the 18, and brought down by Palmer, who is just playing lights out right now in the shadow of their own end zone.
Well, he's making up for that blown coverage he had earlier, but Palmer doing a nice job of screaming downhill. He recognizes the screen immediately, and he's able to tackle him, Mahdi, in the back for a loss of, I believe, John, about 3 yards.
Yeah, so it will be 3rd and goal from the 17 now. So a loss of 2. Good call on that. 2 receivers and an H-back right, single receiver left. Riscano's going to be to the right of Fifita. Handoff Riscano. Riscano now looking for something. He gets a lead block by the quarterback, Fifita, but dropped for another loss or no gain by Jemai Otis, who steps up and meets him at the line of scrimmage. That brings up 4th down.
Well, Hawaii did a good job of tightening things up there, John, and seeing some of the things with the motioning and what was happening. Now a field goal attempt for Arizona, but Hawaii tightening things up defensively against the Wildcats.
So a 34-yard attempt here by Michael Salgado Medina, well within his range. He's just inside the right hash. Salgado Medina, his kick is up, and it's good. Arizona extends its lead 17-3 with 4:31 left to play in the first half. You're listening to Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
Do you hear that? That is the sound of BMW performance without a single piston or cylinder. A generation of all-electric vehicles designed and built like no other. The BMW iX, i7, and i4 revolutionize every drive into a thrilling opportunity to feel the pure rush of BMW 100% electric. But isn't that what you could expect from the ultimate electric driving machine?
Find your BMW today with a test drive at BMW of Honolulu.
University of Hawaii student athletes are more than champions on the field. They're leaders, role models, and the future of Hawaii. Join us for a Hawaii's Team Drive, a fundraiser for University of Hawaii Athletics, Tuesday, September 9th on KH12. Let's come together to keep Hawaii's team strong. Every dollar stays here, supporting scholarships, nutrition, travel, and more. Support our team, Hawaii's team, with Hawaii's Team Drive. Your gift makes a difference. Tuesday, September 9th on KH12.
Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Kailua.
Hi, this is Eddie. I'm the lead lumber for Hardware Hawaii, Kailua. I like helping customers find what they need. It's not like another stranger just shopping here. My customers are like my friends, and then I just help them all, and I feel good. Yeah, let me just make my day. We're out here in the lumberyard ready to serve you.
Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Kailua.
Uh-oh, roof's leaking. Bree, we need cash fast.
Easy, sell your hot rod.
Nah.
Hit the jackpot?
Get serious.
Okay, time for a HELOC.
Get a super low HELOC rate at Hawaii State Federal Credit Union. Apply today. Visit hawaiistatefcu.com for details about membership. Hawaii State Federal Credit Union. Always right by you. Hawaii residents only. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
After a 35-yard field goal by Arizona, it extends their lead to 17-3 with 4:31 left to play here in the first half. John Veneri alongside Mark Veneri at Arizona Stadium in Tucson, Arizona, where Hawaii has some time to make something happen, but it's been drop balls and a turnover and a big play that has led them to this score right now. Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network is brought to you by Aloha Termite and Pest Control, offering superior service with Aloha. Go to alohatermite.com today. Mark, 4 minutes and 30 seconds. That's a lot of time for this offense.
Yeah, they got to get something going. Obviously, Micah Alejandro in the last couple of drives have been pressured quite a bit, where we saw the offensive line giving them some time early. They have not. Our friends at Solar Tech want to remind you the 30% federal solar tax credit expires December 31st. That's your chance to save thousands. From sunrise to sunset, Solar Tech is your best bet. Proud sponsor of this University of Hawaii football broadcast.
Hawaii with 107 total yards. Arizona with 159. Kickoff is going to be sent out of the back of the end zone. It'll be Hawaii ball, 1st and 10 from the 25.
Well, one of the keys that Coach Jared Ursula said for this game was stretching the field vertically. John, we have not yet to see this Hawaii team try to stretch it vertically because of the pressure Arizona's been creating. Micah has been pretty on point within that 5-10 yard kind of realm, but as far as stretching the field, we have not seen a big play down the field yet.
Well, we've got enough time here to do it. Alejandro, 10 of 16, 74 yards passing. He can add to that total right now. 4:31 left to play in the first half. 2 receivers either side. Landon Sims to his right, ball on the left hash. Alejandro standing at the 20. Now walking up to the line of scrimmage. He'll make a few different order changes, but they got to get rid of it, and they're going to run out of time. No timeout. It'll be a delay of game penalty on Hawaii.
Well, that's also Micah. He's changing a lot at the line of scrimmage.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
I mean, he's trying to change things, which I get, John, but you also have time to worry about, and hearing it is difficult. So Ethan Spencer, who's trying to get the call, may not be able to hear it in time.
While we've appreciated his control of the offense, his inexperience at this level is showing right now. 14 seconds on the play clock. 2 receivers either side. Alejandro fakes the handoff. It'll get it to the sideline. It is caught by Pofele Ashlock at the 25-yard line, so they'll get the yardage back that they just lost. Ashlock on that out route. Hit immediately as he catches it, but he holds on, making it 2nd down and 10 from the 25. Alejandro has shown so much poise and control, but he has been under pressure a lot in the second quarter. 4:05 left to play in the first half. Trips right, single receiver left. Alejandro now walking up with 14 seconds on the play clock. He's got time now to bark the orders, and he'll immediately retreat to the shotgun. Alejandro on the 20-yard line, drops back. Alejandro looking right, fires right. Got a receiver. That's Carson Papunu. Catches it at the 20, checked at the 33, and he's out past the 35, which is a first down for Hawaii.
Yeah, nice pitch and catch. They run that switch route with a dig across the middle. Papunu goes up to the highest point, makes the catch, and a Rainbow Warrior first down.
Now, you're right. He did have to go up and get that, which means he loses his speed because he has to go back up and catch it instead of running on the fly.
But I also take a first down.
I take it as well. 3:20 on the clock. 1st and 10 from the 36. 2 receivers either side. Landon Sims to Mike Alejandro's left. Handoff Sims. Sims goes right side, cuts back. Now he's got the 5-yard gain. He's out past the 40 by just inches, but that's a nice pickup on first down. Clock is continue to tick. Alejandro.
And I know there's points in this football game where Hawaii's going to look Scoring on this drive is monumentally important for Hawaii. Monumentally important.
Alejado, 2 receivers either side. Clock ticking down to 2:40. 2nd down and 6 from the 40-yard line. Alejado looking. Takes the snap. Fires a quick one to the right side. It's completed to Nick Cynical, who, no, check that. That's Pafeli Ashlock, who is getting up very slowly, now limping. No, that is Nick Cynical. And Nick Cynical immediately goes down. Ball's not placed, so an injury will be called and trainers will come out to the field. Cynical looked like he got hit in the shin.
Yeah, and then it also looked like his knee kind of locked up there, John, as he was taking the hit. And Tama Uliata comes trotting out onto the field, but more concern is Nick Cynical down on the turf. And we'll get a chance to see the replay here, John, as he's turning to make the catch.
Oh my gosh. This is not something I'd like to describe. Let's just say that he's walking off on his own power, but that is going to be an injury that will require ice. He's going to try to keep it warm and maybe come back in. But the replay we just saw is probably not one that we want to talk about. It did bend backwards. Let's just say that.
Oh, man. And that's 2 receivers, John, too, as well, because Muli's out, and now Cynical is being looked at as well.
Replays in our booth brought to you by Hawaii USA Federal Credit Union. Life matters.
Hawaii does pick up the first down, though.
Yes, 1st and 10 from the 47, their own 47. 2 receivers either side. Sims to the left of Alejado, who steps up, barks orders, now waits for the snap. Arizona looks like they're bringing it. The whistle being blown.
Oh, man.
And they did bring it, and it's probably a good thing.
That's a 2-minute timeout.
That
Timer,
we got the
please
2-minute
reset the game
timeout.
clock to 2 minutes.
Because they were coming. Whew. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, brought to you by Fastletics, weight training, sports speed training, recovery session. Go to fastletics.com today. What did you see on that, Mark?
Well, I did see that big number 7, Chase Kennedy, came untouched, and it looked like Alejado checked to an inside zone to Landon Sims. And fortunate for Landon Sims that he did not get cleaned out by Chase Kennedy because he came untouched into the backfield. Now, the concern, John, for me is just, okay, well, now we're going to get a – go ahead.
Well, it is a timeout on the field, so we're going to go ahead and take one here in the booth. 17-3 your score. This is the Rainbow Warrior Network.
When pests blitz your home, don't get sacked. Call the champions at Aloha Termite and Pest Control. Our all-star team tackles termites, ants, roaches, centipedes, and more with a winning game plan. We protect your home from kickoff to the final whistle so you can focus on the big plays in life. Don't wait for pests to score. Call Aloha Termite and Pest Control at 808-622-2268 or go to alohatermite.com today and send pests straight to the bench.
At Dial Electric Supply, we're your local based company with your needs in mind. We see the light in Hawaii, and rest assured, we are with you all the way. Our sales counter and will call are here to serve Hawaii's electricians, developers, utility companies, businesses, and homeowners. The Dial Lighting Gallery showroom is open by appointment only. Go online to www.dialelectricsupply.com. Open weekdays from 7 to 3. At Dial Electric Supply, we see the light.
Escape to an evening of enchantment at the Honolulu Magazine Hale'aina Gala, presented by First Hawaiian Bank and MasterCard, where the rich flavors, vibrant colors, and intoxicating spirit of Morocco set the stage for a one-of-a-kind culinary celebration. Join us on Saturday, September 6th from 6:30 to 9 p.m. at the Royal Hawaiian to indulge in a feast from 8 award-winning chefs. Head to hnltix.com for more information.
Sports teaches valuable lessons, and through hard work and determination, you can shine in the business world. Hear great sports and financial stories that empower you to win. Dell Fujinaka, managing partner of Hoku Legacy Holdings, will help you live and leave your legacy through unbiased wealth strategies that will help you offensively and defensively with your finances. Hoku Legacy Holdings, each Wednesday at 9 a.m. on CBS 1500, following Wake Up Today.
2 minutes remaining here at Arizona Stadium. Hawaii trailing Arizona 17-3. John Veneri and Mark Veneri here. And Kansei Matsuzawa had 3 kicks last week, 40, 37, and 38. His longest so far recorded is a 41. They'd have to get to the 24 for that to happen, for him to feel comfortable, although we've seen him hit much further kicks. Alejado, 2 receivers either side, drops back. Alejado down the side or down the middle of the field looking for Max Ware into the ball game. He was running that corner route, got to about the 20, but was double covered, and that ball was overthrown.
Yeah, and that's one of the first times we've seen Alejado kind of take a shot downfield. But good coverage on the back end from Arizona.
So with Brandon White out and Nick Senecal out, Max Ware in and Tama Uliata in. He'll join Pofele Ashlock and Jackson Harris in the receiver lineup. Landon Sims to the left of Alejado on the right hash. 2nd down and 10 from the 47 of Hawaii. Alejado dropping back. They're coming. Alejado dumps it off to Sims. Sims to the 50. Spins away from a guy. He breaks free. He's to the sideline. The 40, the 35, the 30, and down inside, just outside the 25 at the 26-yard line. Enough for a first down. Hawaii's big play.
And, John, I really like the fact that they check down, and you send Sims out of the backfield. They check him down. Arizona brings pressure. They find him. Alejado finds Landon Sims in Hawaii close to the red zone.
1st and 10 from the 26 with 1:35 left to play in the first half. Trips right, single receiver left. Sims to the left of Alejado, ball in the left hash. Alejado calling out orders. Alejado waiting for the snap. Micah Alejado, QB1, the freshman, drops, throws a short one out to the left side. That's to Max Ware. No, check that. Brandon White back into the ball game, gets inside the red zone with a quick hitch. And a good play by Hawaii. They'll quickly get back to the line of scrimmage. We're down to almost a minute now. 2nd down and 3 from the 19. Alejado and Sims in the backfield. Trips right, single receiver left. Ball is centered. Alejado looking left. Now he's looking right. Alejado running it. He'll get inside and then hit out of bounds. They're not going to call anything there. But he'll be running out of bounds, and it'll be a no gain, no loss.
I think that's a loss of 1, though, John. I think because the ball was spotted at the 19, and now they're going to make it the 20.
You're right. So that brings up 3rd down and 4 from the 20-yard line. 2 receivers either side now. Alejado and Sims. Pofele Ashlock in motion to the right. Alejado throws it to Papunu. Papunu spins away from somebody and gets down to the 11, but there is a flag on the field. Papunu had about 4 guys on him. He's trying to get away from him and finally brought down. We'll see what the call is.
Well, they're looking at that little hitch route.
Yeah.
That's called a snag concept, John. You send a guy in an arrow at the top of the point. They run a slant and an
Pass
arrow.
interference. Offense, number 3, 15-yard penalty enforced from the previous spot. 3rd down.
So the injured Nick Senecal was in on that play, and the penalty is called on him, and that is a big penalty that'll back him up outside of Kansei Matsuzawa's field goal range, or at least the predicted range, noted at 41 yards for him.
I'd like to see the replay on that, on how it was. I didn't.
And they're not showing it.
No, I didn't see any contact.
3rd and 19 from the Arizona 35. The clock ticking. We're down to 30 seconds. Hawaii not showing any signs of urgency to get to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers either side. Now down to 23. Alejado sends Ashlock in motion from left to right. Ball is centered. 20 seconds. Dumps it over to the middle to Sims. Sims hits his way forward, and he gets to about the 22-yard line.
They don't have a timeout.
There's
John.
no timeout. They're going to try to run
They're not going to get
the
this one
field goal
off.
team on, and they may not be able to get it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Matsuzawa gets the kick off, and it is good. Matsuzawa nails it with no time on the clock to narrow the lead 17-6.
That field goal brought to you by Football Fanatics, where Warrior Nation and NFL fan shop. Shop online at fanhubhi.com today.
They finally put the score on the board. 17-6, your halftime score. We'll send it back to Honolulu to Josh and Arnold. Back with more here for second half John and Mark will have it from Arizona Wildcat Stadium.
Ready for UH football, man?
Yep, check this out.
Oh.
Surround sound, that works.
Whoa, I'm ready, bro.
Yeah, watch this.
How come the blender went off?
Huh?
The blender in the kitchen went off, bro.
Nah.
Try again.
Oh, man.
Okay, we can make some that kind of fruit smoothies.
When you want your home or business wired right, call a unionized electrical contractor. 847-5341.
IBEW, local 1186, lighting your path to the future.
At St. Francis Healthcare System of Hawaii, compassion is our calling. We believe our kupuna deserve care filled with dignity, compassion, and aloha. From hospice services that bring comfort at life's most precious moments to adult daycare that keeps kupuna active and engaged, we're here every step of the way. We support caregivers because caring for loved ones takes a village. Choose St. Francis, where kupuna and their families are uplifted with excellent ohana-centered care. Learn more at stfrancishawaii.org.
Join the Nakoa Football Club to support our Rainbow Warrior football team in everything from safety equipment and nutrition to education, wellness, housing, and more. With the ever-changing landscape of college athletics, your support is vital for our Rainbow Warriors. Our team, Hawaii's team. Show your support. To become a member of the Nakoa Football Booster Club, go to nakoa.org/membership.
Battery bill. Battery bill. For cameras, computers, cars, or scooters. For trucks, boats, jet skis, remotes. Battery bill. Battery bill. Wheelchairs, special orders, motorcycles, camcorders, rechargers, converters, power inverters. For work, for home, power tools, cell phones. Battery bill. Battery bill.
Catch the excitement of University of Hawaii Rainbow Wahine Volleyball on ESPN Honolulu and CBS 1500. Feel the energy, the pride, and the passion, both on air, online, and on the ESPN Honolulu app. We've got you covered, both home and away, as the Bows look to win their final Big West Championship. Our coverage is also brought to you in part by Young's Fish Market, Fort Ruger Market, Hawaii Pacific Health, Waialae Plumbing and Construction, Any Place Lounge, and the Hawaii Building and Construction Trades Council.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number biggest sale of the year. All beds on sale up to 50% off the limited edition smart bed. Plus free premium delivery with any smart bed and adjustable base. Ends Labor Day. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
It's time for the Rainbow Warrior Football Halftime Report. Brought to you by ProBuilt, Hawaii Roofing and Rain Gutters.
All right, Hawaii offensively with a tough first half. It is Arizona ahead of Hawaii here at the break, 17-6. We'll tell you how we got here in just a moment. First, we pause 10 seconds for station ID. You're listening to Hawaii Football on the Rainbow Warrior Network, driven by BMW of Honolulu.
ESPN Honolulu is Hawaii's sports leader. KKEA Honolulu, 1420 AM and 92.7 FM. Part of the IO family of companies.
Arnold Martinez, Josh Pacheco from Big City Diner here at Pearl Ridge. It's a 17-6 game early on. I think one of the storylines here, Coach, Micah Alihado did indeed get the start. He has played here the entire way. His number is 16-23, 143 yards. He has been sacked a grand total of 3 times. What would you take away from what you've seen from him in the first 30 minutes?
Well, gritty. First of all, give it up for him. I mean, he's trying to get his team in there. Keep his team in it. Do the best he can. So it shows great heart and toughness. But you can see that the attack looks different, right? I mean, as far as his mobility is concerned. So, which is smart. I mean, don't try and do anything crazy. We've seen him kind of give up. Take a sack, which is a smart thing to do. Don't take anything unnecessary. Early on, I think you can see he was trying to get his footing. A couple balls lacked some zip. On the good note, right? The run game looked good. Yeah. The O-line was doing a good job in the first quarter, specifically. Open up those lanes, and when Cam Barfield got in there, the running looked a little better. Sims, actually he's grinding out some. They were moving the chains, take some pressure off of him. But again, I think the offense is limited to him just standing there, taking the pass and getting a quick ball out.
Yeah, Landon Sims, he's got 8 rushes, 32 yards. He's also got 3 catches for 48 yards. And we saw David Cordero get a key
Nice
catch. I
little
think
run,
it was on a kind of slid out to the right. He has a catch. Cam Barfield's rushed for 11 yards. He has a catch as well. But I think you have to look at the other side. Is defense. Arizona's touchdowns here in this game so far. You had the 13-yard run from Riscano. You had Craig with the 54-yard run. That one in the second quarter got them up 14-3. And that number really is where this one is set. Arizona here in the first half has run for 95 yards. The passing game, they haven't really done much with Noah Fifita, but the ground game has moved things.
Yeah, I mean, both those two TDs came from A-gap runs, the 50, the long one and the shorter one. So we've seen that, the defensive front needs to tighten up there. We need more gap integrity in there. But and then also get a little bit more pressure on Fifita. Like you said, he hasn't been, super explosive in the pass game, but they're pounding the ball. Again, last week giving up 190. We got to do a little bit better. I liked how Coach Thurman did adjust the front a little bit there, mixing it up. I think that's going to be a good adjustment there. I think we saw some 5-down looks there and here and there. It's just, we got to be able to stop that run.
You wouldn't know it. Hawaii has actually outgained Arizona offensively, 179-159. Hawaii 3 of 8 on third downs. Hawaii actually has more first downs in this game. They just haven't been able to get into the end zone. That key offensive pass interference penalty on the last drive, Hawaii had to settle for the field goal. How's about the old tsunami? You may remember that from Matthew Shipley a couple years ago.
Got to run it in, and they timed it up. They were talking about it during the game. They don't have timeouts. I said, now they practice this. They'll run out there if they can get a quick ball. Everybody get lined up. Run out there, do what you practice at home here, and trust your technique. It'll be all right.
17-6 is your score at the break. Arizona leading Hawaii. You are listening to our halftime report, which is brought to you by Pro-Built Hawaii Roofing and Rain Gutters. Quality is our tradition. Service is our promise. Call 808-ROOF. That's 808-ROOF. We'll go to the Mountain West scoreboard and points of emphasis to take us to the second half. 17-6, Arizona leading Hawaii. This is Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
Escape to an evening of enchantment at the Honolulu Magazine Hali'aina Gala, presented by First Hawaiian Bank and MasterCard, where the rich flavors, vibrant colors, and intoxicating spirit of Morocco set the stage for a one-of-a-kind culinary celebration. Join us on Saturday, September 6th from 6:30 to 9 p.m. at the Royal Hawaiian to indulge in a feast from 8 award-winning chefs. Head to HNLTIX.com for more information.
Did you know emotional symptoms are common after a concussion? Anxiety, sadness, irritability? These feelings can make everyday life harder after a head injury. And if you've had emotional struggles before, recovery could take even longer. That's why it's so important to recognize and understand these symptoms are a normal part of healing. If you need help, contact a medical professional. Learn more at hawaiiconcussion.com. This message was brought to you by Hawaii Concussion Awareness Management Program, HCAM.
Cedar roofs? Pro-Built Hawaii. Asphalt roofs? Pro-Built Hawaii. Tile roofs? Pro-Built Hawaii. Metal roofs and seamless gutters? Pro-Built Roofing and Rain Gutters Oahu is Hawaii's premier roofing and rain gutter contractor, delivering the same craftsmanship and aloha that have defined us from the start. Call 808-808-ROOF. That's 808-ROOF for your free estimate and $500 off a full roof replacement. Or visit us online at 808roof.com. That's 808ROOF.com. Pro-Built Hawaii Roofing and Rain Gutters, locally owned and operated. Quality is our tradition. Service is our promise. 808-ROOF.
How do you get 100% of your work done when you're 40% short-staffed? Across Hawaii, city and state departments grapple with thousands of vacant positions. And with fewer workers, that means longer lines at the DMV, delayed building permits, and slowdowns in essential services. The government could resolve this by offering more competitive wages and benefits. For you, we hope they do. A message brought to you by HGEA, because Hawaii works best when we do.
Are you collecting sports cards as an investment or a hobby? Tune into the Sports Cards and Collectibles Show with me, Darren Kimura, every Tuesday at 6 p.m. I'll bring the latest news in sports cards and memorabilia, what's trending, the latest in Pokemon. Check out upcoming releases and grading services, plus exclusive interviews and your calls.
Sponsored by Papa John's Pizza Hawaii, Fairway Independent Mortgage, Rising Phoenix JCs, and Nakoa Football Booster Club.
Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
17-6, Arizona leading Hawaii at the half as we welcome you back to Big City Diner, Pearl Ridge with the coach Arnold Martinez. I'm Josh Pacheco. Let's check out scores from around the Mountain West, brought to you by Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union for Life. There are two other games taking place right now. Fresno State has turned things around. They were down at half to Georgia Southern. Fresno State's leading 28-14, 14:55 to go in the fourth quarter. Washington's up on Colorado State 14-7. They're a couple of minutes into quarter number two. Finals today, Nevada got a hefty bag of money, but also lost to number 2 Penn State 46-11. 14th ranked Michigan survives New Mexico 34-17. Air Force 49, Bucknell 13. And Utah State defeats UTEP 28-16. All right, Coach, points of emphasis as we get ready for second half action. Let's start on the Hawaii side. We got a little bit of time. So let's start offensively, because I think you kind of hit on something earlier. Hawaii's offense, we've seen more of Landon Sims and Cam Barfield. The question is, you want to hope that this game stays kind of within reach so you can continue to do that. If not, you're going to have to move yourself down the field a little bit more. We haven't seen a big play yet.
Yeah, not a lot of explosives, except for some the one there by Sims, and I'd like to see them maybe utilize some screens and draws this game, since Micah, if they're going to bring heavy pressure, you want to slow the defense down. Catch the defense, bring in that pressure, hit them with a screen, hit them with a draw. It'll slow them down.
One play beyond 20 yards. So I guess one big play, and that was the Landon Sims 20-yard reception.
Mm-hmm. And then if you can catch them in the screen, also you're right. If you are continuing to run the ball well, like they did in moments in spurts, then maybe catch them with some play action off of that. Some zone, some RPO, some zone. Show the action, get the ball out quick there. If you can get the defense to load up the core, get them to bite on the run, maybe you catch them down there. We haven't seen any vertical shots down the field, have we? Mostly arrow to the flat, things like that. The mid, the comeback, the curl.
Maybe one. Yeah. So and that was the one, I think, Barfield in the end zone where he got hit in the back and he lost.
Oh, that was a seam. Yeah. A quick seam. And Micah he delivered a good ball. I mean, the ball came out on time, delivered a good ball. Tough one, good defensive play. It was a bang. They fought for the ball there. But yeah, keep running it and set something up for yourself. I'd like to see some more variation in the scheme. However, he might be limited, right? You can't roll him out right now. You can't call any half rollouts, no RPOs. You don't want him really running. Mm-hmm. So find a way to be creative and set up some plays, catch the defense.
All right, defensively in about 60 seconds.
Gap integrity, right? We got to stop the run. So whatever Coach Thurman's going to do, however he's going to mix it up in the front, you don't want to load the core too much because then, right, they're just going to check to something deep. Right. If you do that, secondary has to have maintain discipline back there in the secondary coverage to keep it tight, but stop the run. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Second half coming up, 17-6. I want to see everybody here. You guys, how do you guys feel about the second half? You guys feel all right?
We're going to make a run here. We're going to make a comeback. Let's go.
They're not saying anything because they're eating.
All right.
They're like, it's our time to rest before the second half starts. I'm catching them in a bad spot. If you're driving around, join us for the second half here at Big City Diner, Pearl Ridge. We still got some big prizes we'll be giving away. From Coca-Cola, from Sprite, from Heineken, and from Big City Diner. Grand prize for next week, $100 pregame meal right here at Big City Diner, Pearl Ridge, and 4 tickets to next Saturday's home game. 17-6, Arizona leading Hawaii here at half. John and Mark with you for the second half when we return. You're listening to Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
Earn an amazing 4.25% APY for an 11-month certificate at Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union. With only a $2,000 minimum, we can grow your money when you open a certificate and start earning premium dividends now. Don't wait too long. This is a limited time offer. Earn 4.25% APY for an 11-month certificate at Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union. Visit hificu.com for details.
APY equals annual percentage rate. Account ownership available to Oahu and Maui residents. Federally insured by NCUA. Rate subject to change without notice. $2,000 minimum to open. Penalty for early withdrawal. Fees could reduce earnings. Other rates available.
Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Kailua.
Hi, this is Eddie. I'm the lead lumber for Hardware Hawaii, Kailua. I like helping customers find what they need. It's not like another stranger just shopping here. My customers are like my friends, and then I just help them out, and I feel good. And it just makes my day. We're out here in the lumberyard ready to serve you.
Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Kailua.
Get ready, Hawaii. The ESPN Honolulu Sports and Food Fest, presented by American Savings Bank and Hoku Legacy Holdings, is back and bigger than ever. This free, family-friendly event takes over Fort Street Mall on Saturday, October 4th, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Old Ross location, 1045 Fort Street Mall. We're talking Ono food, local vendors, plus a full day of action-packed activities for the whole Hana. Bring your keiki for baseball and football clinics from the Barefoot League, soccer zones, mini golf, a PlayStation gaming van, plus basketball stations and more. Parking? We've got you covered. Park at Executive Center for just $4 all day, or at Pickles at Forte Garage, Davies Pacific Center Garage, or Topo Financial Center Garage for only $5 all day. It's a one-day celebration of fun, food, and sports, all in one place. And best of all, it's free to the public. A big mahalo to Raising Cane's, Orkin Pest Control, and the U.S. Air Force Special Warfare.
Escape to an evening of enchantment at the Honolulu Magazine Hali'aina Gala, presented by First Hawaiian Bank and MasterCard, where the rich flavors, vibrant colors, and intoxicating spirit of Morocco set the stage for a one-of-a-kind culinary celebration. Join us on Saturday, September 6th from 6:30 to 9 p.m. at the Royal Hawaiian to indulge in a feast from 8 award-winning chefs. Head to hnltix.com for more information.
One great tip to stay cool at home and at work during these hot months is window tint. It'll keep your home and office cooler, so your AC won't have to work so hard, which leads to energy savings. And to start living a cooler life, visit TNT Tinting. We're Oahu's exclusive Lumar Select Pro Vista dealer and a clean energy ally of Hawaii Energy. Block up to 80% of the heat along with 99% of the UV rays. It also comes with a one-time transferable lifetime warranty. For details, visit TNTTinting.com.
Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
John and Mark Veneri here in Tucson, Arizona at Arizona Stadium, where the Warriors trail 17-6 to the Wildcats. And Mark, it has been a close game, but it hasn't felt like a close game, and part of that is mistakes.
Yeah, you have 5 drops by the University of Hawaii receiving core. I went back and looked at the pick play that they called on Nick Senecal towards the ending of that first half. And, John, he was being mugged. And then not only that, Timmy Chang and Hawaii's coordinating staff got a sideline warning because Landon Sims' helmet was getting ripped off. There's been a couple of – and look, I'm not making excuses, but there's a couple of things that maybe have been missed in the first half. But nonetheless, on the other side, Hawaii – I think could do a better job, one, in protection, obviously in holding the run. I mean, there was a couple of big runs, one of them coming up by Quincy Craig, 54 yards to the house. I think Hawaii needs to shore up their rush defense. But as it all stands, John, we're only down 11 here in the first half. And you said it, right? You put the nail right on the head. It feels like we're down more, but we're not the way we played in the first half.
Micah Alejado has played the entire first half. He does not look like the Micah Alejado we've seen in his first 2 starts as a Rainbow Warrior, and that's mainly because of that right ankle injury. He does not have the ability to roll out or to make cuts on that right leg, and it has led him to be stuck in the pocket a few too many times, and in fact has suffered a sack and a strip sack at one point even. And so, but he is doing what he can. He's made some good throws. Those drops have hurt. But adjustments that can be made here in the second half, Mark, all brought to you by Lex Brody Tire Company. Wear your UH apparel when you visit any Oahu Lex Brody's and get an additional 5% off your purchase.
And I will start with the defensive side. I would say, clogging that middle, force Fifita to throw the football. Back-end coverage has been good for Hawaii. So stacking the box, tackling could be a little bit better for Hawaii as well.
Some swing passes to the running
And
back.
I was just about to say that, where offensively, Landon Sims, Cam Barfield have probably been most effectively used out of the backfield. You get them on checkdowns in open space, and we saw in the last drive how effective Landon Sims is in the checkdown. So having that ability to find him, Hawaii shores that up. I think we could be in for an interesting second half, but it all starts with the opening drive of the second half.
Buckle up. Hawaii will be on defense as Arizona deferred the opening kickoff and have elected to receive the second half kickoff. And that second half kickoff is brought to you by Honolulu Burger Company, locally owned and operated by UH alum, making fresh burgers cooked to order. So Hawaii will kick off to Arizona here in the second half. It'll be the same two, Mahdi and Craig, back to receive it, standing on the goal line. Olvera Harley lined up. They're just waiting to get the go-ahead. A game within reach, limit the mistakes, and complete your assignment. Execution is key. This kickoff is sending all the way to the goal line and out of bounds.
Oh,
and that'll
he
be a
goes out
penalty.
of
So
bounds.
not a good start when you kick the ball out of bounds. A guy that has been very good in fall camp and in the first game to hit that coffin corner, but trying a little too hard on this one, sends it out of bounds.
And that's just mistakes you cannot have. You cannot have that. I know the coffin corner has been good for our kicking staff, but John, just to start it off like that, you just can't have that.
Plus 10 for Arizona, who will be 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line, ball on the right hash. Peter Manuma, injured towards the end of the first half, is back in at free safety for the Rainbow Warriors.
I'd like to see a turnover by this defense, too.
Noah Fifita comes out next to Riscano. 3 receivers left, single receiver right. Hawaii looking like they're bringing the heat. Fifita, hands off, Riscano. Riscano sidesteps one defender. He moves up to the 40-yard line, and that is a gain of 5 yards.
And John, what they're doing is they're sending everything to the far side on trips. They're running GT counter, which is your guard and tackle, and Hawaii's outnumbered over there, and then pickup of easy 5.
Double stack receivers either side. Fifita dropping back, looking left. Fires long, wide open receiver at the 25, and it's caught. All the way down to about the inside the 20. They're going to say they're going to mark it at the 18. It was caught by Brandon Phelps in for the injured Chris Hudson. And that is a huge pickup. 2 plays, back-to-back mark that moves Arizona inside the 20. Trips receivers right, single receiver left. 1st down and 10 from the 18. Fifita dropping back, looking right to the end zone. Wide open receiver overthrows his intended tight end, Sam Olsen.
And it's just a little bit concerning for me because the back end of Hawaii secondary, which has been so good, John, looks a little confused. And the last time, the big throw to Phelps on the far sideline, there's miscommunication with both the cornerback and Jaheim Wilson-Jones as well as Peter Manuma. On that one, the tight end sneaks out. Just a bad throw by Fifita.
And Jalen Smith was in coverage, couldn't stay with him step for step. Fifita double stack receivers either side. Riscano to his left. Fifita handoff, Riscano right side. Finds a little crease, then breaks 2 tackles, breaks another tackle, bangs his way forward. He's inside the 10 and another 1st down.
John, that's 5 missed tackles just on that play alone. Jemai Otis was right there for the initial hit. McCoy was right there, the defensive lineman, and he just stands there. He doesn't hit anybody. Jalen Smith misses the tackle, and now we're going to have an injured Hawaii player down on the field.
I'm not sure what the number is of the Rainbow Warrior down. He was underneath the pile as it was happening.
That's
actually
Jackie Johnson.
Jackie Johnson. So the injury will lead to a timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. Arizona driving the football, 13:44 left to play in the 3rd quarter, and they're leading at 17-6. This is Hawaii Football on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
Fans, the clock is ticking. The 30% federal solar tax credit ends December 31st, 2025. That's your chance to save thousands, but only if you get in the game now. Here in Hawaii, solar is a winning play every time. Lower your electric bill, protect against rising rates, and score big on savings. But just like football, if you wait too long, you'll miss your shot at the end zone. Call 808-784-8891 or visit solartechindustries.com. From sunrise to sunset, SolarTech Industries is your best bet.
Aloha from Waiakea. As a proud corporate sponsor of University of Hawaii Athletics, we're committed to keeping our athletes and fans hydrated with delicious volcanic water straight from the Big Island. Rooted in Hawaiian values, we believe in honoring the Aina, land, supporting our community, and living with aloha in everything we do. You can find us at most stores across the islands or learn more at waiakea.com. Live aloha, drink Waiakea.
Do you hear that? That is the sound of BMW performance without a single piston or cylinder. A generation of all-electric vehicles designed and built like no other. The BMW iX, i7, and i4 revolutionize every drive into a thrilling opportunity to feel the pure rush of BMW 100% electric. But isn't that what you'd expect from the ultimate electric driving machine?
Find your BMW today with a test drive at BMW of Honolulu.
Football fans, are you ready to gear up like a fanatic? At Football Fanatics, we've got everything you need to show your NFL and Warrior pride. Shirts, hats, collectibles, and the latest gear. If you're cheering in the stands or tailgating with friends, we've got you covered. Visit us today at Kamakana Ali'i, Pearl Ridge, Maui Marketplace, and soon-to-be Miracle Mall Las Vegas location. Football Fanatics, where Warrior Nation and NFL fans shop. Shop online at fanhubhi.com today.
Had too much to drink tonight? Before you start your car, think. The police will set up sobriety checkpoints around the state. Besides getting arrested and losing your license, you could kill yourself and others around you. It can happen to you. So if you're driving impaired right now, park the car. Call your family or a taxi to pick you up. Remember, drunk driving, over the limit, under arrest. Don't drink and drive. Sponsored by the State Department of Transportation, County Police Departments, the Hawaii Association of Broadcasters, and this station.
Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
John and Mark Veneri at Arizona Stadium. Arizona knocking on the door, up 17-6, 13:44 left to play in the third quarter. And Mark, we got to see in our booth a replay brought to you by Hawaii USA Federal Credit Union. Life Matters on that 42-yard pass to Brandon Phelps. Some confusion in the defensive secondary.
Yeah, it looked like Jaheim Wilson-Jones and Peter Manuma had a little bit of miscommunication.
Two receivers, H-back right, man in motion from right to left. Handoff, Rescano up the middle. Rescano to the 5. He's met by a bunch of white jerseys, but not before he gets inside or just to the 5-yard line. Dejon Benton making the stop.
And then they've been running that guard tackle counter all game long, and it's been successful for Arizona. And Fifita hasn't been pulling the football. He's been giving it. Yeah, they respect the RPO, and you have to. But with that guard tackle counter, they are eating up Hawaii up front. But that time, nice job by Dejon Benton to make the tackle.
219 yards from Arizona so far. 13 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Arizona sends a man in motion. He'll pull it this time. Now looks to the end zone. Throws to a wide open tight end, Sam Olsen. Back of the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Man, and nobody in the area, John. Everybody looking at each other on coverage. And the back end of Hawaii's coverage has been so good. And there's just been so much miscommunication in this game. They run a simple misdirection with the handoff. Olsen is just wide open. Nobody there. He was uncovered. And Elijah Palmer went flying late. He was in the curl flat, but nobody behind. Peter Manuma, nobody. Kilinahi Mendiola Jensen, nobody in the area.
The only guy near it was Elijah Palmer. Extra point is up, and it's good. 24-6, Arizona leading it with 12:51 left to play in the third quarter. And Mark, Hawaii, you hit it right on the head, Mark. There's just too much confusion. Everybody kind of looking at each other, not knowing where to go. It almost appears like one person's running one defense and the other's running another.
And they really do look lost on the back end, John. And that's concerning because really for Hawaii, just giving the drive was just way too quick. I mean, at will, you had 2 big plays on that, John, and both of them coming via the air game. And it's just been, again, a struggle on the back end for Hawaii.
Uliata and Barfield will go back to receive the kick. Actually, for the first time, we'll see just Uliata standing on the 5-yard line, changing things up just a little bit. Not 2 return men, but just 1 single guy back there. .51 left to play in the third quarter. Arizona extending its lead 24-6 on a drive that seemingly had Hawaii on its heels the entire time.
I mean, it was just too easy.
It was. It's unfortunate because Hawaii at times looked like they were well in control, but mistakes were knocking them backwards. This time, it just looks like they're not in control. Kickoff sent out of the back of the end zone. It'll be a Hawaii ball, 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. And the crowd goes wild because it's a 1 in a million shot for a kicker to hit the upright, one. But to kick off and hit the upright is, I don't think I've ever seen that.
Well, speaking of kickoff, John, by the way, this all started, by the way, on the drive where we had the procedure penalty with the ball being kicked out of bounds and Arizona
Good
starting
point.
on the 35-yard line.
Having a short field, you're right. Hawaii not so lucky on that. They'll start it on their own 25-yard line. They'll send trips receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Cam Barfield in the backfield to the right of Micah Alejado. Ball left hash, handoff Barfield, and he is immediately met in the backfield by Max Harris, who was there 2 steps in the backfield as the ball was being centered.
I mean, he just comes straight down. He's coming on a blitz untouched, and that's just a very conservative play call. I mean, John, you're down 24-6. You have Micah Alejado running the offense. I just think you got to go after it and attack with some purpose.
Alejado dropping back, looking right, or looking left, that is. Fires to the left sideline, intended for Jackson Harris. That one knocked away at the last second. Incomplete pass brings up 3rd down and 13. Ball on the 22-yard line for Hawaii.
And now you play behind the sticks, which is very, very hard now. You have a long 3rd down. You really don't want to give your defense back. You don't want to get your defense back out on the field after a very quick score from Arizona.
Alejado will have 2 receivers either side. 3rd and 13, ball left hash. Waiting for it. Now getting the center. Alejado in trouble, can't go anywhere, and he's brought down for the loss, and it's a big one. And Arizona comes away with the sack. And while Hawaii was only down 11 at halftime, this Arizona defense is looking decent.
Well, here's the thing,
More
John.
decent than I thought they
There's
would.
so many twists and so many things happening up front where Hawaii's middle interior, the guard, center, and guard just lets guys coming in free. It's a 6-man pressure, but there's so many different looks from it, and Hawaii forced to punt this one away.
Billy Gowers sends this one high, and a nice spiral ball all the way to the 43-yard line.
That's going to be catch interference.
It will be. It'll be on Hawaii, who had a guy too close to the receiver, the return man, and it goes off the back of a helmet of a Hawaii player.
And this goes from bad to worse. You know, John, it really, unfortunately, does not look like the team from last week. You know, just a lot of mistakes from Hawaii's side of the ball.
Hawaii's miscues and misformations and misunderstanding of coverage appears to have made Arizona look like a better football team, because, Mark, in the first half we were talking like it's only an 11-point game, and if Hawaii cleaned up their mess, that they would be right in this. But it continues to snowball for the Rainbow Warriors, and now a penalty flag and a timeout on the field as they discuss it.
Wait, let's just wait here.
Yeah, because they haven't made that tick yet, so we'll wait.
I don't know what the discussion is. It's going to be kick-catch interference, as Hawaii's Elijah Gibson was in the area, and he's the man who ran into him.
Do we take the timeout? I don't think that's clock.
No, we're not going to
timeout-
take it yet.
No, yeah, the timeout clock is not ticking. They're kind of just looking at each other like it's a really long huddle by the referees. Here's a call.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Holding on the receiving team, number 10. Personal foul. Kick catch interference on the kicking team. Those penalties will offset.
Well, this goes in favor for Hawaii, though.
Yeah, this
John.
definitely helps them out. I mean, it's going to be it'll be good field position. The timeout obviously is not being taken, so we're going to keep action here. They're going to get back to it. We'll see where they place it.
No, it's not a play. They're going to re-kick.
Oh, they
because it's
are going to
offsetting-
re-kick it. Yes,
It's offsetting penalties.
Yes, you're absolutely correct. This could be a big deal for Hawaii. Billy Gowler's actually got a good foot into it, and it allowed Hawaii's return guys to get down there so fast that they actually got in the way of the ball coming down to the return man. If he can repeat that and get guys into what needs to be a bit of a halo circle, might be all right. Gowers standing on his own end zone. The ball is on the 15.
Arizona's coming.
Ball is centered. Gowers does get a hold of it, and this one's even better. It's a high flying ball that's going to drive a fair catch all the way to the 25-yard line.
What
fantastic kick.
Whoo-wee. 55 yards.
Billy Gowers with a great kick. Timeout on the field. Arizona leading this one 24-6. 11:24 left to play in the third quarter. You're listening to Hawaii Football on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
How do you get 100% of your work done when you're 40% short-staffed? Across Hawaii, city and state departments grapple with thousands of vacant positions. And with fewer workers, that means longer lines at the DMV, delayed building permits, and slowdowns in essential services. The government could resolve this by offering more competitive wages and benefits. For you, we hope they do. A message brought to you by HGEA, because Hawaii works best when we do.
Ted, I understand you have a brand new showroom 50 feet from your original location in the Waimalu Plaza?
We doubled our showroom size, and it looks spectacular. We now inventory more wedding rings, wedding bands, fashion jewelry, and loose diamonds. By being centrally located, we are now 25 minutes away from Kaneohe, Kailua, Mililani, Ewa Beach, Kapolei, and in town.
Pacific Diamond Wedding Rings, Hawaii's diamond experts and Hawaii's only gem cutter. On the web at pacificdiamond.us.
Fatal crashes are taking too many lives. HPD has launched Safer Roads Together, a campaign to save lives through engagement, not just enforcement. Everyone deserves to get home safely. Simple choices, buckling up, putting phones away, and slowing down save lives. Please drive with Aloha. Each week, officers will be in neighborhoods and online every Traffic Safety Tuesday, sharing tips to keep families safe. The choice is yours. Let's protect each other. Safer roads start with us.
Presenting a Gain Flings love story. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus this morning when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. Alas, I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Try Gain Flings with OxyBoost and Febreze.
Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network, driven by BMW of Honolulu.
24-6, Arizona leading it with 11:24 left to play here in the third quarter. Don't forget about the Timmy Chang Show this Wednesday, live at Ruby Tuesday at 7 p.m. We'll have special guests, players, and coaches, as well as the coach himself, Timmy Chang, and he'll go ahead and explain what happened tonight, and we'll look ahead to Hawaii's next ball game at home against Sam Houston. That's the Timmy Chang Show, 7 o'clock at Ruby Tuesday, Moanalua, live Wednesday. So come down and join us for drink specials and food specials as well. Noah Fifita, quarterback on the right hash, has three receivers to his left, single receiver right. Waiting for the ball. He'll get it, look right, now look left. Now roll out left. He's looking downfield for somebody, and he's got a receiver who drops it, just simply drops it. That's Luke Weissong. The New Mexico transfer had it in his hands and dropped it.
Well, Hawaii brought something different. They brought Peter Manuma inside the box, John, and they played a single high safety with Kilinahi Mendiola Jensen and allowing that maybe to put some extra room in the box, maybe forcing Fifita to roll out of the pocket, which Hawaii had good coverage in that instance to bring up second down.
Second down and 10 from the 26-yard line. 11:16 to play. Fifita will send a man in motion. Fifita dropping back. Fifita throws it, and it's knocked down. Actually may have thrown it to the back of his own player, and then it just gets knocked down.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out there to Luther McCoy, who retraced. He saw the screen. They went for an inside tunnel screen, and the linemen were penetrating upfield. Fifita saw that, and now they're going to call intentional grounding against Fifita. Remember, the ball has to cross the line of scrimmage.
Offense, number 1. The ball was placed at the spot of the foul. Loss of down. Third down.
That's a good call. You actually had that before the referee dropped the flag.
Yeah.
You knew that was coming, and you were absolutely right. Ball was thrown into his own player, didn't cross the line of scrimmage, resulting in a...
And he's in the tackle box,
yeah,
too.
He's still in it. So that'll walk the line of scrimmage back to the 15-yard line. So it's third down and a long way to go. Let's check that. It's
third and 21.
Third and 21. There you go. Trips receivers to the left. Single receiver White. Hawaii moving around a lot on defense. Discovering, they're actually trying to disguise their coverage. Now they look like they're bringing a three-man front. They are. They're dropping everybody into coverage. Fifita's pass is complete, though, and it's caught by Mizell, who makes a man miss, and he's out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Very close to another first down. Wow, they got all the yardage back.
And this is why it's so hard. When you're playing prevent defense, you're preventing yourself from putting yourself in an opportunity. They will be short of the first down. It's going to be 4th and 2.
Yeah, out of bounds at the 34-yard line. They're going to go for it. Not a lot of respect.
And Hawaii doesn't
here.
have the right personnel.
No, they don't. They're running a three-man front, and it's a good front. Well, the tight end will drop back off the line of scrimmage. He'll be in motion now to the left. It'll be an H-back, 3 receivers left. Fifita trying to make these guys jump offside, and so far it's not going. They're going to hand it off, and it's stopped in the backfield. Have they stopped it? No. The fake handoff, and then it gives Noah Fifita, that is, a chance to run around the right end and get the first down. There are a ton of flags down at midfield, though, as a bunch of guys pushing each other. We'll see what the call is here. But a fake handoff, and Fifita got the first down around the right end.
And again, Hawaii didn't even have personnel in to make it happen because they went to the prevent defense. So you only have 3 down linemen and 1 defensive tackle in, where you have 2 rush ends in. So you don't even have the right personnel to begin
with. The result
with.
of the play is the first down. After the play, personal foul, face mask, number 23. That 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run. First down.
Verdell Edwards is adamant that he did not do that, talking to Coach Jared Ursua on the sideline, but that penalty now is going to walk up Arizona across midfield and to the Hawaii 47, where it'll be first down and 10. We're close to 10 minutes left in the third quarter. Arizona leading it 24-6. Man in motion is Weissong. 1 receiver and an H-back. Fifita dropping back, looking left. He's got to look long downfield. He's in trouble. Fifita, he'll dump it off. He'll not suffer the sack. He'll underhand throw it to an intended receiver, which was Barmore. Good thinking to get it away and not suffer the sack and the loss.
But good job by number 98. That's Carson Stoklinski, who put the pressure on for Hawaii. He was able to beat a man downfield. We'll give credit to him, almost coming up with the sack.
Good coverage downfield by Hawaii's secondary. Brings up 2nd and 10 from the 47 of Hawaii. 2 receivers either side.
Check that. That was Jael De La Cruz, the Iolani grad, into the game.
Fifita waiting for the ball. Dropping back now. Ball right hash. Dumping it off, and it'll be in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. That was Quincy Craig coming out of the backfield.
I'm a little bit shocked here, John, from Arizona. you're going away from your conventional run in which you've been so successful in the first half coming into the second half, and they've got away from it, and now we'll bring up third down.
I wouldn't call it a comfortable lead, but maybe they feel like that's enough of a lead to be able to try something a little different here in their first game.
Or they want to extend the lead.
True. Tight end right. Triangle trips left. Fifita looking left, dropping back. He's in trouble. Jackie Johnson brings him down. That's a sack.
Jackie Johnson coming off the left edge. And again, Arizona deciding that their best route is throwing the football, but Jackie Johnson beating his man off the right tackle and really does a great job of just beating. He actually beat the tight end and right tackle and able to sack Fifita for the loss.
Jackie Johnson out of Honolulu. His father at practice yesterday actually went to high school here in Tucson, Arizona. And where they practiced was his rivalry school.
Okay.
Uliata standing at the 19, waiting for a punt. So good stop by Hawaii's defense. It went back and forth a little while. And an ugly punt, which goes out of bounds. Let's see where they place this, because it went out of bounds at around the 20-yard line. Referee's still running it up. He's up to about the 24-yard line, and that's where Hawaii will have it 1st and 10.
So, still a lot of time here in the second half.
Oh, absolutely. 9:06 left to play in the third quarter. For those of you listening, 24-6, Hawaii trailing, but now has an opportunity to close that gap just a tad here.
I like to see some digs. I like to see some mesh concepts from Hawaii.
High percentage passes.
Exactly. And again, try to eliminate the fact that you keep Alejado in the pocket long enough for the blitz to come. You want to get that ball out quickly. But again, you want to show some things that give Alejado a chance to throw the football in high percentage plays.
He's been sacked 3 times. He's 16 of 24 for 143 yards. It's a 67% passing percentage. Triangle trips right for the Rainbow Warriors. Single receiver left. He's looking right. Alejado dumps it off to a receiver who gets hit as he throws or as it gets there, and that's Pofele Ashlock, and that ball is knocked away, bringing up 2nd down.
That's I'm counting it, John, because it's
a drop.
It was in his point to me.
Yeah.
Hawaii has not been sure-handed here tonight.
You know how I feel about it.
If it touches your hands, you catch the football. That's drop number 6 here tonight.
Pofele Ashlock, usually a sure-handed receiver. It was a bang-bang play. He's hit as the ball gets there, but it was in his hands. Brings up 2nd and 10 from the 24 for Hawaii. Ball left hash. 3 receivers right. Single receiver left. Cam Barfield motioning right. Dumps it across over the middle, and it hits Pofele Ashlock in the back. It's as if he turned up. There was a crossing route over the middle, and Pofele Ashlock doesn't bring it in.
And that's the perfect play call on blitz because you have the mesh concept. The problem is Pofele Ashlock does not turn his head around in time. If he does, he's gone. He's gone. Like literally, he's gone because that's a perfect play call. And Pofele Ashlock needs to get his head around to catch the football.
3rd down and 10 from the 24. Hawaii hasn't gone anywhere in 2 downs. They'll hope to get the first here. They need to. Trips right. Single receiver left. Barfield in the backfield to the left of Alejado. Now they'll move into triangle trips right. Alejado dropping back. Looking left. Fires long. Looking for Brandon White. That one drops just in bounds, but Brandon White backs up out of bounds. Couldn't control his throttle.
Well, no. Also, John, it was a poorly thrown. It was a poorly thrown ball.
Thrown short. Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
It was way short. But Brandon White didn't make an adjustment. There was some contact, but Alejado trying to take a deep shot down the field, and again, wasn't really a good thrown ball. But I mean, how do you not call that though?
How do you not call it PI?
He's coming back to the football and then making contact
and pulls backwards out of bounds.
Exactly.
No call there. So Billy Gowers, low snap. He'll get it away, though. High over end, dropping at the 37-yard line and fair caught. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Wildcats. A lot of jawing going on. Jeremiah Patterson with it. It'll be a timeout on the field. 24-6, Arizona leading it. 8:44 left to play in the third quarter. We'll be right back on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
Here in Hawaii, we've delivered so many vibrant lives. From Keiki to Kupuna, we're here to see you thrive. We work between the beginning and end, from pickups and treatments to making a new friend. By your side, we will be every step of the way. Whether singing or soothing, we form the lay that embrace you with aloha. Whatever life throws at you, whatever your dreams, we're your lifetime partner in health. We are Queens.
I'm Hal.
I'm Jerry.
I'm Kay-Hao.
We got your lumber.
We've got your hardware.
Bring your lumber list.
Email us your list.
Bring me your blueprint.
We've got you covered.
Get a quote from us. Ita-utilista nyo kanya.
Get a quote from us.
Get a quote from us. We've got you covered.
We love our customers.
Go where the contractors go. Hardware Hawaii. Contractor's choice.
When you feel like Vegas, there's just one place to stay. Grab a drink at the Holo Holo Bar. There's just one place to play. We got a fresh hot look, a new sports book. We got those local meals, just like Auntie cooks. Aloha spoken here.
Get back to Vegas with Vacations Hawaii. Airfare, hotel, meals, and transfers just $8.99.
Escape to an evening of enchantment at the Honolulu Magazine Hali'aina Gala, presented by First Hawaiian Bank and MasterCard, where the rich flavors, vibrant colors, and intoxicating spirit of Morocco set the stage for a one-of-a-kind culinary celebration. Join us on Saturday, September 6th from 6:30 to 9 p.m. at the Royal Hawaiian to indulge in a feast from 8 award-winning chefs. Head to hnltix.com for more information.
Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
John and Mark Veneri here at Arizona Stadium. 24-6 is your score with 8:44 left to play in the third quarter, and Arizona has the football.
Our friends at Solar Tech want to remind you the 30% federal solar tax credit expires December 31st. That's your chance to save thousands from sunrise to sunset. Solar Tech is your best bet. Proud sponsor of this University of Hawaii football broadcast. We could use some solar in here for the Hawaii offense, too.
Absolutely. They need to heat it up a little bit, but Hawaii's defense really needs to stand tall.
Well, they got the three. And they
did.
They got the sack.
Kind of hard to go right back out there.
But Arizona's gone away from their run. John, don't be surprised here if you see the GT counter.
So it'll be a trips right, single receiver left, 1st and 10 from the 37 of Arizona. Fifita walking up, looking a lot like Alejado barking orders, moving his running back from right to left. Clapping his hands. Handoff. Hawaii in the backfield, and that is a stop for a loss. That is a huge play by Dejon Benton.
Well, on cue, they run the guard tackle counter. They just motion it to the wrong side. Fifita actually audibles it. He goes to the strong side, and Dejon Benton just sees it, immediately flies in the backfield for the loss.
Of 4. 2nd and 14 from the 33. Trips receivers right, single receiver left. Fifita just inside the left hash. He's going to drop back, look left, and that one's just about knocked away by Jalen Smith, but thrown errant to the sideline, intended for Brandon Phelps, who couldn't get to it.
So Kona Moore, John, this is something interesting to see, John. Kona Moore now entered to the game as that third safety. So you have Peter Manuma, you have Kona Moore, and you also, now he comes out actually as Jalen Smith enters. But they had a 3-safety scheme on that last down, which brings up 3rd and 15.
2 receivers, check that, 2 receivers left, 3 receivers right. No back set for Fifita, who will send a man in motion. Now he'll dump it off to the swing guy to the 30, the 35. There's a penalty flag down and a stop at the 35-yard line by Peter Manuma, and Hawaii's sidelines calling holding.
And look, Arizona's going away from what has worked for them, which is advantageous for Hawaii's defense.
I think also Hawaii's defense has made some adjustments over the course of the last 2 series.
Offense, number 3. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
Oh, just all over the neck of Elijah Palmer, as we see in our replay booth. And while that was under review, the replay in our booth was brought to you by Hawaii USA Federal Credit Union. Life matters.
Another 3 and out for Hawaii's defense.
Very nice. Uliata standing on the 30-yard line on the left hash. The punt is away, almost blocked, but this is a really good punt that turns over for Uliata at the 18-yard line. And that's where Hawaii will have it, 1st and 10.
Man, Hawaii almost got to that one, John. I think that was David Cordero.
Yeah, he was in there.
Who was so close to blocking that one.
He kept his feet while he was running in. Did you notice? He didn't dive for it, and maybe in fear of throwing himself on the leg of the punter, which would result in a penalty.
Well, Hawaii, John, on their last 2 drives have not gained a single yard yet. Oof. If I'm not mistaken.
Well, Hawaii will get a chance to gain some here. 7:40 left to play here in the third quarter. 24-6, Arizona leading it. Mike Alejado trips receivers right, single receiver left. He'll dump it off to Barfield, and it's picked off. It's bobbled by Barfield and picked off at the 12-yard line by No, check that. That is... Well, we'll find the number. Tay Brown. It was Tay Brown. As Barfield had the dump-off pass over the middle, Tay Brown was right there, and Barfield bobbled it at first, and it was actually deflected maybe by another defender, Dominic Lelesso. So we'll see here on our replay. Yes, it may have been.
No, it was just right in and out of the hands of Barfield. They're setting up the screen. Yeah, Lelesso. Let's see if he got on it, John. No, he didn't.
No,
Barfield
he was
just
in the way.
drops it.
He was in the way of Alejado, but Barfield just didn't get a hand on it. I mean, he got a hand on it, but he couldn't pull it in, and it made the bobble perfect for Tay Brown to snag it. And then now Arizona has it 1st and 10, 1st and goal from the 10. Handoff up the middle. Craig bullying his way forward. Nope, that's Noah Fifita again going around the left end.
That's Noah Fifita on the quarterback keeper, John, as they go RPO. But, man, unfortunate break. Unfortunate break.
Brought down by Jackie Johnson. And now, just like that, what Hawaii was hopeful to make a drive there. Arizona doesn't have to go very far. 2nd down and goal from the 10. Fifita dropping back. Fifita looking. Fifita rolling right. Fifita now running it. He's to the 10, the 5, and easily diving into the end zone for the touchdown. Noah Fifita and Arizona extends its lead over Hawaii with a 10-yard touchdown run by the quarterback.
And Hawaii had pressure, had him in the backfield, but Fifita with the legs and what he does so well, able to scramble outside of the pocket, sees a little hole, cuts back up the field, gets into the end zone for the touchdown.
Noah Fifita, the redshirt junior, running it in, making it 30-6, pending the PAT. Michael Salgado Medina knocks it through, and it's 31-6. Arizona leading it with 6:46 left to play in the third quarter. This one has been long and painful to watch, but we'll continue to call the game here from Arizona. We'll be right back. You're listening to Hawaii football. No, we're going to stay here with no more breaks in this quarter. So we'll keep it here. And Mark, it's just mistake after mistake. The snowball effect continues to happen here.
Well, it just doesn't look like the same team from last week. And part of it, you have Micah Alejado, who's not mobile. He can't. It's obvious that he cannot get outside the pocket. The pressure from Arizona has put confusion on our offensive line. We have 8 drops and counting so far in this game.
Well, exactly.
It's just really it's the snowball. You just talked about it. And Hawaii's defense has 2 good stops, and then we're right back to square one and giving the ball back.
Hawaii with 2 turnovers. And I'll say this, that I think that Arizona has it a bit easy. They don't have to run what they would normally run if Mike Alejado was more, he had another dimension to him, but he doesn't. He cannot run the football. He cannot scramble. That injury to his leg last week, while he is playing today, has made him less of a quarterback that we've seen in the past couple of games. So the kickoff will go out of the back of the end zone. Hawaii will get a chance to run this one again. But it has been tough for Hawaii to get anything going without a mistake.
Not only that, John, the body language. I'm looking down on the field, just very slow, methodical, getting into the huddle. Hey, there's still a lot of game left. And, I always look at it like this, John. I'm a half glass full kind of guy. And there's a lot to work on heading into, Sam. You got 3 straight home games next week, and there's no bye. You got to continue pressing and continue to get this offense going.
Alejado dropping back to 2 receivers either side. He'll fire out to the sideline. That's Bofeli Ashlock catching it at the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5.
And I'm seeing, look, Arizona up front they're not dialing back pressure. They're coming. They're sending 6 and 7 guys and playing man coverage on the back end, and they're really just dialing up on Alejado.
Actually, a pickup of 4 makes it 2nd and 6 from the 29. Alejado with 3 receivers to the right, single receiver left, ball left half. 15 on the play clock. Alejado waiting for the snap. He gets it. Hand off Sims. Sims finds a cutback. He's got some room, drags a player with him, and he's out past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
And that's the first Hawaii first down of the second half, and that first down was fueled by Hele Gas, Hele on.
5:57 left to play in the third quarter. 1st and 10 from Hawaii's own 38. Trips receivers right, single receiver left. Hawaii trailing 31-6. Alejado looking, fires to the left sideline, and this one deflected.
I don't understand how this, there's so much pushing and shoving
going
on.
Jackson Harris got to fight that off, but it was intended for Jackson Harris on the left sideline.
And Alejado's, he's limping right now, John.
Oh, yeah.
Something must have happened where
he's actually going to have to play this unless Hawaii calls a timeout.
Is his right foot now?
No, well,
it was his left foot is the one that's injured, right?
No, it's his right. It's his right one. His right foot is the one that's injured, and he is unable to lean on it. He's got to roll out now on a limp foot. He dumps it off to Harris. Harris is close to the first down mark, but Micah Alejado is down at the 35. He will not get up. He is rolling in agony. He will get up with a little bit of help, but go back down and wait for the trainers. Now, the reason why he couldn't come off or go down with an injury is it would have been a penalty with new college football rules. Once the ball is set, they determine that you cannot feign or fake an injury. And while we know he's hurt, that is not the case from the referees. They don't make an exception to that. So Alejado on 1 foot hopped his way to the right and threw a complete pass for a first down. But this will be, I think, his last play for at least a couple of plays, but he's hurt.
John, if it's me, I'm holding him out already at this point. And I'm live to fight another week. You got Sam Houston State next week. You hope you can get that ankle where it needs to be. But I think it's time. I really do. You don't want to take a chance with your franchise quarterback. And look at Brett Brennan coming out onto the field and also checking on Micah Alejado.
I didn't know how long Alejado would last. I would hope that he'd be able to play the entire game. We've seen Micah Alejado now limping off the field or hopping with the help of one of the coaches. But Mike Alejado has not been the same. He's not been the same quarterback to start this ball game. We have not seen him run the way he has run. He has completed a few passes, but I think also, Mark, that he's been touched in the backfield a number of times, partly because he's not that mobile. And so now we'll see Luke Weaver, the junior out of California, a junior college transfer out of Modesto Junior College, threw for 5,000 yards and 44 touchdowns. He drops back, throws a completed pass to the 50-yard line, and Tama Uliata stayed on his feet and runs out of bounds. We'll see what they call this if he was down, but I don't think he was.
A good completion by Luke Weaver. Look, Weaver's not – look, let's see. Tama Uliata makes the catch. His knee does not touch the ground, but his butt does.
His butt does.
They got to get this off.
So, well,
they're going to review it.
So they'll call this one back to where he caught it. It'll just be a short. It'll be a little
The ruling
bit
on the field was a completed pass. Previous play is under further review.
Just a couple yards shy of where he is now. It'll still be a decent pickup on first down if, in fact, they put him down where his butt went down. Although the one shot we saw in our booth was not conclusive. So we'll see what else they have replay-wise. We'll see it here in our booth again. He catches it. His knee does not go down. But as he's spinning, he puts his left hand down. Does his butt hit the turf? I think it grazed the turf. I think they'll call this one down, and then they'll have to figure out where the spot is.
After review, the receiver was down at the 49-yard line. The ball will be placed there. It'll be second down.
And I got to believe, John, this
is
is
just a 1 yard difference.
Yeah, and I got to believe this, John, that Micah Alejado will be done for tonight.
Yeah.
I would. Good time to get Luke Reaver some reps at quarterback as well.
So Luke Weaver in at quarterback for Hawaii, trailing 31-6. Not a good spot to be in to come in as a backup quarterback. 4:47 left to play in the third quarter. 2 receivers either side. Luke Weaver will send a man in motion. There'll be a handoff up the middle to Cordero, and he's met in the backfield and driven to the turf. A loss by Trey Smith.
I don't understand an RPO down 31-6. You know, maybe there's some conservativeness being that Weaver's into the game, but I mean, they're crashing. Everything is crashing. The outside backer showing blitz. Defensive end is crashing off the line of scrimmage. That to me, John, shows me that you got to get the ball downfield.
A San Jose State transfer was a first-team All-Mountain West last year. Trey Smith now playing for Arizona. Luke Weaver in at quarterback will fire to the left sideline. He's got a man open and completed, caught by Tama Uliata and out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Nice pickup. They'll get some of the yards back, but not quite to the line to gain. Are they moving the chains? Or
No, they marked him short. I think he may have stepped out of bounds short of the first down.
Yeah, the line to gain is at the 42. He went out of bounds at the 43. So it'll be 4th and 1 on the 43-yard line. What does Hawaii dial up here with its backup quarterback, Luke Weaver? 2 running backs on either side, Barfield and Sims. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right, man in motion. Hand off Barfield. Barfield goes around the left end, but he'll be stopped. It'll be a short gain, in fact, a loss on the play, and it'll be a turnover on downs. A turnover on downs. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Hawaii Football on the Rainbow Warrior Network, driven by BMW of Honolulu.
ESPN Honolulu is Hawaii's sports leader. KKEA Honolulu, 1420 AM and 92.7 FM, part of the IO family of companies.
The handoff to Cam Barfield around that left end was met by Deshaun McKnight.
Well, I want to say this, Savea, that nose tackle for Arizona.
Yep, Tia
has been
Savea.
giving some fits up front. He's the one who stuck the line of scrimmage.
1st and 10 on the 45 for Fafita. He'll run it up the middle, find some running room, and get to close to the 50-yard line. It'll be a pickup of, let's see where they spot him. It looked like they spotted him real short. So a pickup of only 2.
And John, I'm looking down on the field. The ice pack is out. 2 ice packs are out. Micah Alejado will be done for tonight. And then the question mark is he going to be good to go come next week?
Or will we see the same quarterback that entered today's game?
Luke Reaver.
Fafita fakes the pass, hands it off up the middle to Mahdi. Mahdi finds some running room, gets across midfield into Hawaii territory to the 49. I guess what I mean to say is, will Micah Alejado be the same quarterback that he was when he came into this one if they do play him? We understand that he's a good quarterback, but he becomes one-dimensional. He's not the same quarterback without the mobility. Arizona, 3rd and 4.
If you're asking me, John, you go with Weaver for the next 2 weeks because you got Sam Houston, you got Portland State coming up. You got to look to keep him healthy in the long run.
Arizona leading at 31-6. Noah Fafita dropping back, looking under pressure, fires long down the right sideline, got a man open, and this is not an incomplete pass. Very well thrown, but very well covered by Elijah Palmer, step for step with Gio Richardson.
Yeah, good job by Elijah Palmer. Palmer did everything he can. He had the right to the football as well. Good job by Palmer. Good coverage on one-on-one coverage. And Richardson almost had it, but Palmer, great job, and forces a punt.
Yeah, Arizona will punt it away. Hawaii's defense I mean, let's face it, Hawaii's defense has played well. There have been a couple of big plays, but it's been turnovers by Hawaii's offense that have led to short fields for the Arizona offense to score. This punt, high. It'll be fair caught by Uliata at the 12.
You know, I always wonder, John, with kick catch interference, and maybe I'm just calling it like this is that if you get close within a yard short and you're yelling into his ear, does that, I know it doesn't consist of interference, but it's in a way interference as we're getting a look at Alejado's.
I'd try it.
They got ice on it, and that's it. He's done for tonight.
Clearly a guy that is a competitor, wants to be out there. This injury, not something that he was expecting. He's a much better player when he's full speed, and we hope that he can get there, whether it be the next 5 days or in the next couple of weeks, where he'll have Luke Weaver in at quarterback as his backup. He's in there now, trips receivers to the left. Hifeli Ashlock in motion, right to left, back out to left. Weaver dropping back, now rolls out, in trouble, fires. He's got Carson Papunu at the 16-yard line, and that's where he'll go down. It'll be a short gain on first down, but good enough to move up the field a bit.
And Luke Weaver showing some composure on the blitz, makes a man miss, throws it to Papunu out in the flats, pickup of about 5 yards. And then there's some mobility from Weaver, where we haven't seen the mobility from Alejado here tonight.
Second down and 5 from the 17. 1:15 left to play in the third quarter. Hawaii trailing 31-6, and a penalty flag goes. It'll be Dean Brisky, who jumped offside, the left tackle for Hawaii.
Ball start. Offense, number 52. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
The sound effects.
I know,
truck backing up
right.
here. So Hawaii, 2nd and 10 from the 12. Immediately loses the yards they picked up. Luke Weaver trips right, single receiver left. Christian Vaughn now jumps from left to right. He's in at fullback. Handoff Vaughn up the middle. He stumbles a bit, makes a man miss, then knocked down at the 25-yard line. Good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, Christian Vaughn right up the gut, a simple trap. And all the pressure coming out from the outside from Arizona, and a nice little trap play ran by Hawaii and Christian Vaughn. If he doesn't stumble there, John,
he might have been,
he'd been able to make the guy miss.
Trips receivers right, single receiver left. 1st and 10 from the 26 of Hawaii. Ball on the turf. Some miscommunication on the handoff. Luke Weaver trying to hand it off to Christian Vaughn, and it's Arizona football. For the third time, Hawaii gives Arizona great field position. The Hawaii boy, Julian Savainaia out of St. Louis, recovers it.
It's tough. And going back to it, let's see, Weaver looking like he wanted to pull that. That was probably the right move, but he's got to pull that earlier as the defensive end is crashing, and he was just late with it, and that's all on Luke Weaver as Savainaia falls into the turf and gets the football.
Out of St. Louis School, the sophomore, on Pacific Islander Heritage Night here in Arizona. Wildcats with the ball, 1st and 10 on the 24. Fifita throws it out, swings it out to the 20. And another nice catch by Javen Watley, who will pick up about 7 or 8 on the play. Knocked out of bounds by Kilinahi Mendiola Jensen. Second down and 2 on the 17. And the clock will tick to 0. Third quarter is over. Arizona leading this one 31-6. Headed into the fourth quarter. Mark and I will have fourth quarter action for you from Tucson, Arizona when we come back. You're listening to Hawaii Football on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
Heineken and Dave's Ice Cream bring you Countdown to Kickoff from Big City Diner Pearl Ridge today at 2:30. I'm Josh Pacheco. Join Coach Arno Martinez and me, your Countdown to Kickoff crew, as we get you ready for the Hawaii-Arizona game. Plus Heineken and Heineken Light bucket specials, a bucket of 5 for $25. Also prize giveaways to go along with those awesome grinds at Big City Diner. More football fun from Heineken and ESPN Honolulu.
Cedar roofs? Pro-Built Hawaii. Asphalt roofs? Pro-Built Hawaii. Tile roofs? Pro-Built Hawaii. Metal roofs and seamless gutters? Pro-Built Roofing and Rain Gutters Oahu is Hawaii's premier roofing and rain gutter contractor, delivering the same craftsmanship and aloha that have defined us from the start. Call 808-808-ROOF. That's 808-ROOF for your free estimate and $500 off a full roof replacement. Or visit us online at 808roof.com. That's 808roof.com. Pro-Built Hawaii Roofing and Rain Gutters, locally owned and operated. Quality is our tradition, service is our promise. 808 Roof.
The third annual UH Baseball Golf Tournament is Thursday, September 18, with a 3-man scramble at Pearl at Kalawao. The 1130 Shotgun raises funds for 35 player scholarships and rev share. Join Rich Hill, the UH Baseball coaches and players for Golf and Auction with Joel Teipel on September 18. Sign up today with Casey Issa at hawaii.edu or call 808-221-4033. Mahalo to Moss & Associates, Heineken, Commercial Plumbing, and ESPN Honolulu.
The American Cancer Society is estimating over 9,000 new cancer diagnoses and almost 3,000 deaths in 2025. With your support, the American Cancer Society provided lodging for almost 1,000 patients and their caregivers at the Clarence T.C. Chang Hope Lodge on Oahu, over 5,800 rides to treatment, and funded life-saving research in 2024. To learn more about their patient support programs or how to lower your risk of cancer, visit cancer.org.
Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
Final 15 minutes. Arizona leading at 31-6. Fourth quarter is brought to you by Waialae Plumbing and Construction. They solve challenges. And Mark, Hawaii hasn't been able to solve a whole lot from Arizona, but it's been mistakes and turnovers, drop balls. The final turnover recovered by Julian Savayanaya, who actually took the Hawaii football.
All
that he
three
recovered.
turnovers have. Look at that! How are you able to do that? That's Hawaii losing 3 of their own footballs.
Yeah, they're actually talking about it. They've taken the ball to their sideline.
I can't believe that I'm seeing. That's again 3 Hawaii footballs. They have a spear. They put it on that spear, and then there's that.
Yeah, I don't get it. So they have a short field to go on the 17 now. Handoff. It's going to go around the left end. Penalty flag down. This will likely go against Arizona. Ball handed off to Quincy Craig. He had nowhere to go, and it would be an actual loss and then tack on the penalty.
Yeah, there was definite holding going on.
Arizona just getting a bit cocky now.
Holding. Offense, number 75. 10-yard penalty enforced from the previous spot. Second down.
3 turnovers, though, Mark. Let's take it back for a second.
Look, they're showing it on the replay.
I don't understand how they can take Hawaii's footballs and then jab a spear through them over on their own sideline. Those balls are supposed to come back to Hawaii's sideline.
And just for your information, that's about $100 a ball right there. It ain't cheap. I know. I have to get footballs all the time.
2nd and 19 from the 27 for Arizona. Fifita sends a man in motion, then will hand it off to Craig. Craig jumps around a bit, picks up a couple of the lost yards, and maybe about a 4-yard gain, but Jemiah Otis is there to make the stop.
So the one thing I will say, giving the short fields to Arizona has been difficult, obviously.
Yeah.
But the defense, I would say, have cleaned some things up here in the second half, John.
I would agree.
You know, yeah, there's been 2 touchdowns given away, but our offense, I'd be curious in the second half how many yards we've even gained in the second half. Not much.
3rd down and 9 from the 23 of Hawaii. Fifita trips left, single receiver right. yelling orders to his receivers. Now he'll send Craig out wide right. Fifita dropping back under pressure. Fifita goes down. That's a sack. Dejon Benton.
Well, if there's one bright spot from this defense, Dejon Benton has played his behind off tonight, John. He's been in the backfield. I think this is sack number 2 for him tonight. He's just been creating havoc at that defensive front for Hawaii and one of the bright spots for the Rainbow Warriors. Jackie Johnson was right there too.
4th and 20 from the 34.
It's about a 51-yard field goal.
We were actually seeing this kicker make some from 60 yards out in pregame warmups, or 53, 55. His kick is up, and it's got the distance, and it's good. A very long field goal made by Michael Salgado Medina extends Arizona's lead 34-6 with 13-14 left to play here in the game. You're listening to Hawaii Football on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
Aloha from Waiakea. As a proud corporate sponsor of University of Hawaii Athletics, we're committed to keeping our athletes and fans hydrated with delicious volcanic water straight from the Big Island. Rooted in Hawaiian values, we believe in honoring the Aina, land, supporting our community, and living with aloha in everything we do. You can find us at most stores across the islands or learn more at waiakea.com. Live aloha, drink Waiakea.
University of Hawaii student athletes are more than champions on the field. They're leaders, role models, and the future of Hawaii. Join us for Hawaii's Team Drive, a fundraiser for University of Hawaii Athletics, Tuesday, September 9th on KH12. Let's come together to keep Hawaii's team strong. Every dollar stays here, supporting scholarships, nutrition, travel, and more. Support our team, Hawaii's team, with Hawaii's Team Drive. Your gift makes a difference. Tuesday, September 9th on KH12.
Fatal crashes are taking too many lives. HPD has launched Safer Roads Together, a campaign to save lives through engagement, not just enforcement. Everyone deserves to get home safely. Simple choices: buckling up, putting phones away, and slowing down save lives. Please drive with Aloha. Each week, officers will be in neighborhoods and online every Traffic Safety Tuesday, sharing tips to keep families safe. The choice is yours. Let's protect each other. Safer roads start with us.
I'm Hal. I'm Jerry.
I'm Kehao.
We got your lumber.
We've got your hardware.
Bring your lumber list.
Email us your list.
Bring me your blueprint.
We've got you covered.
Get a quote from us. Itaju't listahan nyo kanya.
Get a quote from us.
Get a quote from us. We've got you covered.
We love our customers.
Go where the contractors go. Hardware Hawaii. Contractor's choice.
Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
Brought to you by Statewide GC and Construction, exclusive installer of NovaWall and Clipso stretch fabrics. Go to statewidehawaii.com for more info.
John and Mark Paneri here at Arizona Stadium in Tucson, Arizona, where the Wildcats lead at 34-6. Mistake after mistake, 3 turnovers by Hawaii and a hurt quarterback. And Hawaii is now trailing it by a bunch. And Mark, this has been tough to watch.
Yeah, after 91 yards in the first quarter, it was 7-3. Since then, Hawaii has only gained in the second and third quarter 125 yards of total offense, which is not going to cut it. Obviously, it hurt Micah Alejado and into the game, Luke Weaver. We'll see. I mean, this may look, John. This may be a precursor to what's to come because I'm gonna be optimistic. Hopefully, Micah's good to go next week. But looking like it, John, I think both of us been around football long enough to know that this injury might be more serious than we actually think it is.
And I think I've been saying that all week long. It's unfortunate that you have a guy who wants to play. You have coaches that need him to play. Unfortunately, his injury was able to hold off, hurting him until the third quarter. But I mean, he wasn't right the whole game. Well, we know that. We saw it. We saw it in the fourth quarter. We knew it was more of an injury. Now Luke Weaver will send a man in motion, trips left. Now it's 2 receivers either side. Luke Weaver dropping back. He's under pressure. Luke Weaver got to run for it. He does. He's to the 30, the 35, diving forward past the 35-yard line. He'll have a first down pickup.
And that's positive. See, so I'm going to look at positives here, John. Obviously, it's 34-6, 4 touchdowns down. But now I'm going to look at how Luke Weaver Look, there's a face mask. How are we not calling that? His face mask is grabbed to the line of scrimmage. He's able to escape the pocket and pick up positive yards, 11 on the scamper.
1st and 10 from the 36. 2 receivers either side for Luke Weaver, the backup quarterback. He'll throw right. He'll fire to Brandon White, who can't get 2 hands on it, only touches it with 1. Here's another positive. Luke Weaver being the backup while Micah Alejado heals up. Luke Weaver will get very valuable game reps.
Right now as we speak, because they're going to need him, I think, moving forward in the next couple of weeks. And to Nick Senecal out of the game, they've held him out. His helmet is off. So you no longer see Senecal into the game. You see Blaze Kamoku. You also see Pofele Ashlock still in the game.
Triangle trips right, single receiver left. Luke Weaver looking right now, looking left. He'll fire it over the middle, and this one's almost picked off. Thankfully, it is Max Ware who knocks that one down, but it is a penalty flag down, and it looks like it's going to go against Arizona.
Well, John, another thing that concerns me moving forward is there's 8 sacks now between the two.
Holding, defense, number 8, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Well, John, there's been 8 sacks cumulative in the last 2 weeks. 2 strip sacks and fumbles on this Hawaii offensive line. That's 8 sacks combined in the last 2 weeks. That is a concern. You got to hope that Kuaupe Hopa will be good to go next week. That will add a little boost to this offensive line.
Davion Cole credited for the holding on the defense. Christian Vaughn into the game. There's 2 running backs now. You got Cordero and Vaughn in next to Luke Weaver. 2 receivers right, single receiver left. First down and 10 from the 45. Weaver dropping back, fires to the right side. Almost, no, it's out of bounds and out of the reach of Carson Papunu. Christian Vaughn, glad to see him getting some game reps as his brother, his half-brother,
yes,
is here on the side.
Roman Duze, who's out of Washington, first-round pick, out of the Chicago Bears. Getting some valuable reps at running back.
Vaughn and Cordero remain in that split back formation, just a yard behind Luke Weaver. 2 receivers right, single receiver left. Now Vaughn in motion to the right. It'll be a handoff Cordero around that left end. Cordero crosses over the 50, and then his second effort actually gets him across the 45 for a first down. Are they going to give him a first down or not? It's inches. No, they're going to say he doesn't get there. I thought he did too. They're going to give him just inches shy of the line to gain, bringing up 3rd down and less than 1 on the 46-yard line of Arizona. Timmy Chang will call a timeout. And so the Rainbow Warriors will come off to their own sideline. Hawaii, again, no bye weeks. In the coming weeks, they will come home to play 3 straight. You'll see Sam Houston, who lost yesterday to UNLV at home. Portland State, which, by the way, is probably the earliest homecoming that we've seen in a long time. Usually we see homecoming in October. This is going down on September 13th against Portland State. And then Hawaii jumps right into conference play with a home game against Fresno State.
And then right at Air Force, right after that, as you mentioned.
And then comes the first bye week.
Yeah, this is 6 straight weeks. So you got to wonder, again, John, and I'm going to keep kind of focusing on is you got to wonder, what is the injury status with Micah Alejado?
Well, those are questions that can all be asked with Coach. You can make your own questions by dialing into our Call the Coach line. The Timmy Chang Show goes down at Ruby Tuesday, Moanalua, Wednesday, live at 7 on the radio. And then you can catch the TV broadcast on KHON and KHI in the coming days, Thursday on KHI at 6 and Friday on KHON at 8. Luke Weaver, the quarterback for the Rainbow Warriors, sends a man in motion. It'll be 2 receivers right, single receiver left, 2 running backs in the backfield, handoff on, and no, it's a pull, and Weaver runs around the left end. He'll get the first down and a bunch extra, going out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Let's see where they place it. They're going to say 30. He's going to walk it. So, yes, the 34-yard line. That's a first down for Luke Weaver and company.
And look, this is a JUCO All-American guy. This guy has played at a high level in the junior college realm, and he can also move. He's mobile. He can also command this offense. And again, valuable reps for Luke Weaver here in the fourth quarter.
Trips right, single receiver left. Weaver dropping back. Down the left sidelines, got a wide open receiver. Brandon White in and out of his hands, knocked away. Nice touch. It was a nice touch by Luke Weaver.
Well, the closing speed for number 21, Pierce, who kind of closed the distance. But you said it, Brandon White had a little step and a little stutter go.
Brandon White, by the way.
See, I'm not getting. His left arm is grabbing, and then there's just no call on that. I get the hand fighting,
yeah,
but he's grabbing the jersey.
The other difference is Brandon White is 5'8", while John O'Price is 6'2". Brings up 2nd and 10 from the 34 of Arizona. Luke Weaver throwing a quick out route to Pofele Ashlock, who immediately goes down, tries to make a guy miss, but catches his foot into the turf and goes down. It is a couple-yard gain.
Genesis Smith is a player, man.
Yeah.
He really is. He's that bear in that safety look. He plays all over the place, and he just screams downhill to make the tackle on Pofele Ashlock as Genesis Smith makes the tackle.
Out of Chandler, Arizona, went to Hamilton High School. Genesis Smith, basically a local guy here in Arizona. 3rd down and 8 on the 32 of Arizona for Luke Weaver and the Rainbow Warriors. 3 receivers to the left for Weaver, 1 receiver right. Cordero in the backfield. Weaver calling for ball, looking, fire. No, he's going to roll. He's in trouble. Luke Weaver trying to get out of it. He does. He rolls right. Now throws to an open receiver. To me, Mark, he's getting pushed out of bounds. The receiver, Jackson Harris. No, that is not. That is Tama Uliata. 8, not 9, on the sideline, being forced out of bounds as the ball is in the air. To me, you've got to make a call on that. It's a catchable football.
I'm looking at it. The sideline was Genesis Smith again in coverage on Tama Uliata. Again, hand fighting going on, little pushing going on. But good credit to Luke Weaver to get out of the pocket and make a play.
To live another down, 4th and 8 on the 32. 2 receivers either side. Cordero in the backfield. Weaver fires again to the corner route. He's got a man open. Is it caught? It is. Tama Uliata on the corner route catches it at the 6-yard line. More than enough for a first down and very close to the end zone.
Oh, nice touch. Also, they run the smash concept, and Uliata put a nice move on the outside. And Uliata, who's been a playmaker, he was the player of the year at Waipahu. Gavin Hunter, who he's played against from Mililani High School, was in coverage. But Tama Uliata looked at him, gave him a smile, gave him a first down. But Tama Uliata, very much a playmaker for the Rainbow Warriors, making a nice catch.
You're right about the touch pass. That is a nice pass by Weaver to Uliata. 1st and goal from the 6 for Hawaii. 9:30 left to play. Hawaii trailing 34-6. Weaver, the backup quarterback, in, looking right. Now in trouble. Now rolling right. Now throwing to the end zone. He's got a man at the 5, and it's caught. Uliata caught it at the 5. We'll see where they spot it. So it actually goes right back to the original line of scrimmage. It's a no gain on the play.
John, the concern too, again, I'm sure the film will be a tale of this. Hawaii has struggled against blitz pickup in the last 2 weeks. The pressure outside of the pocket for our quarterbacks is going to be a concern moving forward. We got to get that 6-man slide protection shored up heading into the next couple of weeks.
And if not, it makes the mobility of the quarterback that much more important. Luke Weaver in now with Cordero. 2 receivers either side. Weaver, touch pass to the corner of the left side of the end zone. Is that not PI? It is. Tama Uliata looking for a flag, and he finally got it. Gavin Hunter in coverage, the son of former Rainbow Warrior Al Hunter.
Well, yeah, there's some grabbing. Oh, that's a definite hold. And Tama Uliata's like, man, are you going to continue to? They played against each other, by the way,
They
in
did
high
in
school.
high school, you're right.
Gavin Hunter.
Pass interference, number 23, defense. That foul occurred in the end zone. The ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. First down.
And that pass interference will allow Hawaii to get a first down, fueled by Heligas Helion.
Arizona leading at 34-6, 8:37 left to play in the ball game. Luke Weaver, your backup quarterback, in the ball game for an injured Micah Alejado. Weaver with Sims and Barfield split to either side in the backfield. Now Barfield will move into what looks to be a pistol formation or a strong eye. Uliata moves to the left. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Barfield, handoff, no. Weaver will hold it, and then he'll dump it off to Landon Sims in the end zone, and he drops it.
I mean, a very improvised play by Weaver. I like it, but it was right in the hands of Sims. Maybe a difficult play to catch, a shovel pass, and I don't know why he jumped. He was right there to catch the football, and he just simply drops it. I mean, the shovel pass perfect to him, but Landon Sims did not need to jump for that, and he drops it in the end zone.
A lot of guys in the line of sight between receiver and quarterback, but still a very catchable touchdown pass. But the incomplete pass brings up 2nd and goal from the 2. 8:31 left to play. Weaver with 3 receivers left. He's going to fire left in the middle of the end zone, picked off in the end zone. And this is going to be run back out to the 20. Still going, the 25, out to the 30 by Gavin Hunter. The Mililani High School Eva Beach boy for Arizona brings it out. He's got his first pick of the season, and it's a big one.
They were looking for the double slant concept with the arrow, and just an ill-advised throw. There was no reason to throw. He was looking for Max Ware. Pass intercepted by the Honolulu and Mililani Gavin Hunter.
4 turnovers. Do they put that one on the spear as well?
They are now.
We'll find out when we come back. Timeout on the field. 34-6, Arizona leading it. They've got the ball. 8:19 left to play in the ball game. This is Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
Do you hear that? That is the sound of BMW performance without a single piston or cylinder. A generation of all-electric vehicles designed and built like no other. The BMW iX, i7, and i4 revolutionize every drive into a thrilling opportunity to feel the pure rush of BMW 100% electric. But isn't that what you'd expect from the ultimate electric driving machine?
Find your BMW today with a test drive at BMW of Honolulu.
At Fort Ruger Market, they fit in your everyday lifestyle. If it's Spam Musubis or mini bentos for the youth game, or takeout family meals for the busy parent, Fort Ruger Market is there with the delicious plate lunch and poke. With everyday 10% discounts for firefighters, EMS, and law enforcement, or Military Mondays and Senior Tuesdays 60 and over. Fort Ruger Market. You bring the family, they'll bring the food.
Do you live in a condo or townhouse and finding termite droppings in your kitchen and bathroom cabinets? Chances are termites were already in your cabinets when they were installed in your home. Localized treatment hasn't worked, and tent fumigation is out of the question. John Baracchio with Able Pest Management may have the solution for you.
We have a new, effective, high-powered heat treatment that will kill your termite colony, which could be your alternative to tent fumigation.
They're at 953-2253 or ablepesthawaii.com.
Uh-oh, roof's leaking. Bree, we need cash fast.
Easy, sell your hot rod.
Nah.
Hit the jackpot?
Get serious.
Okay, time for a HELOC.
Get a super low HELOC rate at Hawaii State Federal Credit Union. Apply today. Visit hawaiistatefcu.com for details about membership. Hawaii State Federal Credit Union. Always right by you. Hawaii residents only. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
8:19 left to play in the ball game with Arizona leading at 34-6. And after their 4th turnover, they'll have it 1st and 10 from the 28. Gavin Hunter, the Hawaii boy for Arizona, intercepting it in the end zone, giving the ball back to the Wildcats.
Oh, no.
And this whistle will be blowing it dead. There's a penalty on the far side of the field.
Number 17, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Again, going back to the interception, it is basically a China concept. So you have slants, double slants, and the arrow. Blaze Kamoku was going on the arrow. They were looking for Max Ware, but Gavin Hunter just sat there, got the interception. It's his first career interception for the Wildcats.
1st and 15 on the 23 for the Wildcats. Backed up 5 with the penalty. 3 receivers left for Fifita. They keep him in the ball game. He's looking left, fires left, and that's a slant route towards the sideline, and he'll get the yards back plus a couple. McConnell Meyer in coverage, ball thrown to Gio Richardson.
Yeah, and a lot of guys rotating in for Hawaii's defense. You'll see a lot of second-team guys in. Wyndon Ho'ohuli along with Iovino in at linebacker.
They pull it down, throw to Richardson on the right side, and he'll have enough for the first down. And right now,
they're going to mark him short, John.
Really? Yes, you're right. By about a yard. I thought he had it. To make it 3rd down and I'm going to guess 2. Handoff up the middle. Now easily have the first down and cross past the 45 is Quincy Craig right up the middle.
And look at Arizona here going with tempo, John.
Yeah, they're not slowing down at all. They're figuring they can get the work in for the rest of their season. Arizona of the Big 12. Fifita, another handoff. They're going to let this one continue to go. It's like, stop us if you can. Quincy Craig right up the middle, another first down, and an injured player on the field. That is a Hawaii player.
That's
officials timeout for an injured player.
Some concern for a Hawaii player.
Yeah, it's McConnell Meyer.
There is a timeout on the field, so we'll take one in here up in the booth as well. 6:50 left to play. Arizona leading at 34-6, and some concern for a Hawaii player now on the field. We'll bring it back here momentarily. You're listening to Hawaii Football on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
It's Rainbow Warrior football season, and thanks to Hele, you're getting a quarterback. Per gallon, that is. Save 25 cents per gallon on fuel every day when you download the Hele app. That's right. Save 25 cents per gallon every day with the Hele app. Plus, you can use your Hele Combine reward points to fuel your tank. Or grab a Spam Musubi to fuel up before the tailgate. So next time you head out to support the Bows, fuel up and save at Hele. Download the app to redeem.
Hele on! Looking for a great place to watch the Hawaii football game today? Go to Honolulu Burger Company in Kaimuki. They offer you fresh, mouth-watering burgers made with 100% island range-fed beef made to order. Locally owned and operated by a UH alum, Honolulu Burger Company has been the burger place for over a decade. Come enjoy a full bar and order your favorite beverage. Watch Hawaii's game today and enjoy restaurant seating at Honolulu Burger Company at historic Kaimuki, across from Queen Theater.
Looking for a winning rate? Join the thousands of UH alumni, students, staff, and families that bank with Hawaii's best credit union, UH Federal Credit Union. For a limited time, score big with an incredible 4.00% APY on a 5-month certificate. Don't wait. Visit uhfcu.com or call 983-5500. That's 983-5500. APY is annual percentage yield, accurate as of January 28, 2025. $1,000 minimum balance for the 5-month special certificate. Dividends compounded and credited monthly. These could reduce the earnings on the account. A penalty may be imposed for withdrawals before maturity. Certain restrictions may apply. Rates subject to change. Federally insured by NCUA.
Looking to start a career in healthcare? If you're a high school graduate or an adult ready for a career change, apply today to the Academy for Healthcare Innovation. Train to become a medical assistant, nurse aide, surgical instrument processing technician, or surgical technologist. In less than a year, you can earn a certificate that opens doors to in-demand roles in the healthcare field. Come build a fulfilling career. Visit ahihawaii.org to learn more and apply.
Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network. Brought to you by Enjoy Snacks. It's time to enjoy life.
Injury report brought to you by Hawaii Pacific Health. Creating a healthier Hawaii. Was McConnell Meyer being brought off to the sideline. He'll have to leave the game. It's 1st and 10 on the 43 of Hawaii for Arizona, who leads at 34-6 with 6:50 left to play. Arizona stays at home. After this one, they've got 2 more before a bye week. They've got Weber State and then Kansas State the following week. Then they'll go away to Iowa State. Hawaii, 6 straight games, and the next 3 at home before going to Air Force. 6:50 left to play in this ball game. Arizona leading at 34-6. They've kept Noah Fifita in the ball game. Quincy Craig at running back to his right. 2 receivers and an H-back left for Fifita. Handoff, Craig up the middle. Sidesteps one guy and outruns another defender all the way inside the 10-yard line. Craig turned on the gas and picks up a huge gain for Arizona now, knocking on the door.
I mean, John, this has been successful all game long where they pull that guard or they run that little split zone action, and Craig just finds a crease. And, I mean, he had so much room to run, and it's 1st and goal for Arizona.
From the 9-yard line, 6:22 left to play in the ball game. Arizona leading at 34-6, looking to extend it. Fifita handoff, Craig. Craig goes left side. He's met at the line of scrimmage. He bounces out. He's to the 10, the 5, now to the 3-yard line. Penalty flag on the field.
I think this is going to be a holding on that left tackle on the outside. They're trying to run a little stretch zone. Craig's had a nice night for Arizona, too.
Holding. Offense. Number 6. 10-yard penalty enforced from the previous spot. 1st down.
Yeah, he's had over 100 yards. 7 carries, 119, and a touchdown.
Oh, my goodness. 7 carries, 119?
Yeah. As long as it was that 54-yarder in the first half.
Because what is that, like 15, almost over 15
He's
yards?
Averaging 17 a carry.
There you go.
So this will walk back the Wildcats. It'll be 1st and goal from the 19. Ball on the right hash for Fifita. Craig will remain in the game to his left. 2 receivers and an H-back right. Single receiver left, all alone. In single coverage with Vidal Edwards. Man in motion. Handoff, Craig, right side, untouched. He gets to the 2nd level so quick. The ball may have came loose. We'll see who's got it.
Someone put a lick on Craig.
Hawaii with 4 turnovers, Arizona not 1, and they'll keep this one as well.
I think that was Kona Moore who just came down and just punished Craig. And Craig is so slow to get up. Yeah, it was Kona Moore.
See, a lot of people talk about targeting on a defensive player to an offensive player, but an offensive player can lower his head, show you the crown, and hit you helmet to helmet, and there's no penalty.
Man, Kona Moore is so tough.
Oh, knocked it down. I can't get the number on the guy who held him up for Hawaii.
Well, that's Kona Moore who made the tackle, and then number 14, I think it was.
So 2nd and 13, Fifita dropping back. He's in trouble now, rolling left. Fifita looking to the end zone. Caught at the 5-yard line, but stopped by 3 Hawaii jerseys. That's nice. A nice defensive play. Phelps was the intended receiver, catches it at the 5. So they'll gain a bunch back. Good pressure by Hawaii's defense, making Fifita roll out, but not a lot of containment.
That was number 17, Giovanni Iovino, making the tackle.
A guy they're very high on. Coach Chris Brown loves the way he plays. San Diego. 3rd and goal from the 5, left hash for Fifita, handoff up the middle that goes to Mahdi, and he's into the end zone with a touchdown, and Arizona extends its lead 40-6.
And it's just an exclamation point on how they've been able to bully their way up front, running the football on the 2s, and it just seemed way too easy for Arizona.
They've had short fields, 4 turnovers, and a whole lot of luck on this one. Arizona continues. They haven't let off the gas at all. They just continue to do it and say, stop us. Michael Salgado Medina, his kick is bobbled, and the snap is picked off, and it's going to be taken back out by Hawaii, who picks it off in the end zone. So the point after attempt is no good. 40-6 is your score right now. Hawaii will get the ball back on, pending the kickoff.
I'm just looking at the touchdown, right? We're loaded in the box. They run a split zone. It's just mano-a-mano, John. It actually wasn't even split zone. That's just called straight power run, inside run. And just look at the big men up front from Arizona just bullying their way up front, and that's kind of been the storyline. How many rushing yards does Arizona have here today?
Well, they've got, let's see, 5 guys have touched the football for 167 yards. I mean, Fifita's lost 16, so they would have had that plus, right? But it's been Craig who's been the workhorse. 7 carries, 125 yards, 1 touchdown, averaging 17.9. But you got Riscano with 51, and then not much from the other guys. Mahdi's got a touchdown, but three running backs have a touchdown, including Fifita, who's got 1.
And I think about this too. A lot of it is short field action too. They've had the football on short fields, and there was moments where Arizona went away from the run game and decided to throw the ball. And Hawaii back end was good, but when you have 3-4 consecutive 3-and-outs, just was a rough night offensively for Hawaii.
Kickoff again goes out of the back of the end zone. Hawaii will watch it. They'll have it 1st and 10 on the 25 with 4:29 left to play in the ballgame. Arizona leading this one 40-6, and all but the first quarter, it's been all Wildcats running wild on Hawaii.
Just looking at the 4 turnovers too, John. 8 sacks, 4 sacks here tonight. That's a total of 8 in the last 2 weeks. That's 4 turnovers.
All things that we'll discuss on Wednesday at Ruby Tuesday Moanalua. Come down, have a drink, talk to the coaches and the players, special guests. It's always fun regardless of a win-loss record. Luke Weaver dropping back, looking under pressure. He'll run it now. He's out to the 30-yard line, diving forward. They'll spot him at the 29. Pickup of about 4.
And again, it's the pressure, John. The pressure here tonight has caused all kinds of problems. And look, they're not showing that much. They're just bringing 5. It's mano-a-mano at this point.
Weaver stepping up to the line. He's got 2 receivers either side. 3:57 and counting here left to play. White trailing 40-6. Weaver looking right, throwing right. Brandon White on the sideline at the 35, moves up to the 38-yard line. It's good enough for a first down.
I'd like to see Brandon White in the slot more. John, I mean, his speed and quickness on a linebacker, imagine what he'd be able to do. I mean, yeah, he's on the outside, a little shorter, but imagine him in a little slot, scat, doing some work for Hawaii slot backs.
Not to mention the fact that an injured Nick Senecal left the ball game. Luke Weaver in trouble, looking, throws it out to the right sideline. Hit as he throws, pass incomplete, intended for Brandon White.
But see, moving forward, John, so this is the first string offensive line going against Arizona's 2s and 3s. So it is very troublesome for us moving forward on how we're going to be able to protect either A, Micah Alejado, or B, Luke Weaver, because that's 2 consecutive weeks. We haven't even counted the quarterback hurries, the quarterback hits in the mix. I'm sure they're going to have to shore up this protection moving forward.
3 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Christian Vaughn to the right of Luke Weaver, who drops back, throws the quick out to Blaze Kamoku. He's got a nice pickup and close to the first down. Did they give it to him? Yes. So he's out past the 48-yard line, and that's good enough to move the chains.
I love the story about Blaze Kamoku. Walk on from Kamehameha School, a standout receiver for Kamehameha, comes in, earns a spot, gets into the rotation. Doing a nice job picking up the first down.
From Kapolei Oahu, still in there. Weaver in trouble, hit in the backfield, and that's sack number 5. Arizona getting to Luke Weaver pretty quickly. He had nowhere to run. The walls were closing in, stepped up, but he stepped right up into trouble.
And that's tough for Christian Vaughn. Christian Vaughn just whiffed on the outside backer and Chase Kennedy. Chase Kennedy got his initial hand on him, and then it was number 90, the defensive lineman for Arizona.
Chancellor Owens getting a chance to clean up. Being backed up on the sack makes it 2nd down and 16 from Hawaii's 43 when we're close to the 2-minute mark. Luke Weaver, handoff. Cordero tries to find something, but he's going to be stopped for a loss. Dropped at the 40-yard line, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout brought to you by Fastletics. Weight training, sports speed training, recovery session. Go to Fastletics.com. 40-6, Arizona leading it with 1:56 left to play. Timeout on the field. We'll take one in here as well. You're listening to Hawaii Football on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
Battery Bill. Battery Bill. For cameras, computers, cars, or scooters. For trucks, boats, jet skis, remotes. Battery Bill. Battery Bill. Wheelchairs, special orders, motorcycles, camcorders, rechargers, converters, power inverters. For work, for home, power tools, cell phones. Battery Bill. Battery Bill.
Fans, the clock is ticking. The 30% federal solar tax credit ends December 31st, 2025. That's your chance to save thousands, but only if you get in the game now. Here in Hawaii, solar is a winning play every time. Lower your electric bill, protect against rising rates, and score big on savings. But just like football, if you wait too long, you'll miss your shot at the end zone. Call 808-784-8891 or visit solartechindustries.com. From sunrise to sunset, SolarTech Industries is your best bet.
591-4777. Who's got the best deals in Vegas around? Call 591-4777 today. Vacations Hawaii. Vacations Hawaii. Vacations Hawaii. Good luck, we go play. Good luck, we go play.
Hey, what are you snacking on?
We love Hawaii.
I know, the beautiful weather, beaches, and mountains. What are you eating?
We love Hawaii.
Oh yeah, the people are wonderful. Hanging with family and friends is the best. What are you munching on?
We love Hawaii.
Wait, is that the Big Island?
Yup, we love Hawaii.
Introducing We Love Hawaii Holiday Mix from Enjoy Snacks. 7 custom shapes inspired by the place we call home. Available now at your local retailer.
It's time to enjoy life. It's time for Enjoy Snacks.
Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network, driven by BMW of Honolulu.
1:56 left to play here at Arizona Stadium in Tucson, Arizona. Their Wildcats leading at 40-6. And 5 sacks and 4 turnovers have been the story in this one, because when you look at the yardage, it has been pretty even until just recently, obviously. But it continues to be the way of Arizona. In fact, up until that last series, it was tied in yardage at 275. They've since gone out in front with 328 total offensive yards. Luke Weaver, your backup quarterback, in 3rd and 18 from the 43. He's under pressure, now rolling left, firing long, and another interception. Picked off again. An ill-advised throw downfield, trying to make something happen, is picked off by Jack Luttrell with 1:46 left to play in this one. Luke Weaver tossing it downfield, trying to make something happen. Had 2 receivers in the area, but 4 defenders.
And I don't understand the football thing. And that's 5 footballs now that Hawaii has lost.
Yeah, I don't get it. I've never seen that. I've never seen the opposing team take a ball away from another team and then run it over to their sideline and ruin it.
I know I'm gonna have to ask our training staff, because that
I don't think they're
allowed to do that. I'd be pretty upset about that.
Yeah.
5 turnovers, 5 sacks.
I mean, I guess the thought there is don't turn the ball over.
Right?
Or the other team's going to ruin it. 1st and 10 on the 34. Bunch of backups in now, and Arizona gets free on that right side. It was an easy run and untouched for Ismail Mahdi. He's already got a touchdown in this one, but that was a nice gain for a 1st down. Takes him out to the 49-yard line, cross midfield.
Well, it's disturbing to see even the twos getting kind of pushed around up front.
It's Braden Locke in at quarterback, replacing Noah Fifita here. Locke will just hand it off. Mahdi in trouble in the backfield. He gets brought down for a loss of 3 by Hawaii's defense. Locke, a Wisconsin transfer junior, played 16 games and threw for 2,713 yards and 18 touchdowns. Also threw 11 interceptions.
I mean, I would hope that Brett Brennan would just put this to victory formation.
Trying to run it, and now one more play will do it, down to 38 seconds. Stay tuned for the fans' voice. Mark and I will try to recap what happened here, give you our final thoughts. Handoff right up the middle, and that should be it.
Not before penalty flags, though.
On CBS 1500, the Rainbow Wahine volleyball team will look to bounce back against Utah State. You can catch Tiff Wells on the call there. It'll remain on CBS 1500 because the duration of our game and the fans' voice will take it well into that match. Hawaii called for the face mask to rub dirt into the wound, so to speak. Noah Fifita finishes the game 13 of 23, 161 yards passing, 1 touchdown. He also had a rushing touchdown. Mike Alejado left injured. He was 18 of 31, 157 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 4 sacks. Left with an injury. Luke Weaver sacked once, threw an interception, and that's it. They're going to let the clock run down. Timmy Chang will run across the field, or at least walk, while Brent Brennan runs across to say thank you, good luck, and we appreciate you coming all the way to Tucson, Arizona in the hot weather, and a loss for Hawaii will drop them to 1-1 on the season. 40-6 your final score. We'll be back after this quick break for our final thoughts before the fans' voice with Gary Dickman. This is Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
Ready for UH football, man?
Yep, check this out.
Oh,
The round sound, that works.
oh, I'm ready, bro.
Yeah, watch this.
How come the blender went off?
Huh?
The blender in the kitchen went off, bro.
Nah.
Try again.
Oh, man.
Okay, we can make some like fruit smoothies.
When you want your home or business wired right, call a unionized electrical contractor. 847-5341.
IBEW, local 1186, lighting your path to the future.
Did you know emotional symptoms are common after a concussion? Anxiety, sadness, irritability? These feelings can make everyday life harder after a head injury. And if you've had emotional struggles before, recovery could take even longer. That's why it's so important to recognize and understand these symptoms are a normal part of healing. If you need help, contact a medical professional. Learn more at hawaiiconcussion.com. This message was brought to you by Hawaii Concussion Awareness Management Program, HCAM.
Join the Nakoa Football Club to support our Rainbow Warrior football team in everything from safety equipment and nutrition to education, wellness, housing, and more. With the ever-changing landscape of college athletics, your support is vital for our Rainbow Warriors. Our team, Hawaii's team. Show your support. To become a member of the Nakoa Football Booster Club, go to nakoa.org/membership.
The American Cancer Society is estimating over 9,000 new cancer diagnoses and almost 3,000 deaths in 2025. With your support, the American Cancer Society provided lodging for almost 1,000 patients and their caregivers at the Clarence T.C. Cheng Hope Lodge on Oahu, over 5,800 rides to treatment, and funded life-saving research in 2024. To learn more about their patient support programs or how to lower your risk of cancer, visit cancer.org.
The third annual UH Baseball Golf Tournament is Thursday, September 18, with a 3-man scramble at Pearl at Kalawao. The 1130 Shotgun raises funds for 35-player scholarships and rev share. Join Rich Hill, the UH Baseball coaches and players for Golf and Auction with Joe Teipel on September 18. Sign up today with Casey Issa at hawaii.edu or call 808-221-4033. Mahalo to Moss & Associates, Heineken, Commercial Plumbing, and ESPN Honolulu.
Escape to an evening of enchantment at the Honolulu Magazine Hali'aina Gala, presented by First Hawaiian Bank and MasterCard, where the rich flavors, vibrant colors, and intoxicating spirit of Morocco set the stage for a one-of-a-kind culinary celebration. Join us on Saturday, September 6th from 6:30 to 9 p.m. at the Royal Hawaiian to indulge in a feast from 8 award-winning chefs. Head to HNLTIX.com for more information.
Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network.
40-6, the final score here in Tucson, Arizona. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Hawaii football on the Rainbow Warrior Network, driven by BMW of Honolulu.
ESPN Honolulu is Hawaii's sports leader. KKEA Honolulu, 1420 AM and 92.7 FM. Part of the IO family of companies.
Mark, it was tough to watch, and you have a thought on this.
I think it was tough because, one, obviously the expectations high, after that victory over Stanford last week, 23-20, but 9 sacks over the course of 2 games. You have 5 turnovers over the course of 2 games,
which resulted in 23 Arizona points.
Right, and you leaving your defense out on the field that long. I think for the most part, there's moments in which our defense actually gave our offense a chance, but it was obvious that Micah Alejado's injury was definitely more serious than maybe initially predicted. Because my expectation is, John, he barely got off the field as we were watching. He didn't even put any pressure. He was hobbling on one leg. But, John, I think even going back to, I think we kind of took a step back here tonight, I think some of the play calls, you got a chance to look at it. You can see formation, and you can see teams starting to pick up on it. If we can't protect in the long run, there is no way we're going to be able to sustain an offense if we can't protect up front. So that's going to be the difficult thing moving forward.
Hawaii's defensive pest is brought to you by Able Pest Management. It's under control, serving Honolulu and surrounding areas since 2000. Here in your postgame, we'll take a look at the numbers. Total yards for Arizona, 344 in offense. Total yards for Hawaii, 290. That was 233 through the air, 67 on the ground. 7 penalties for 65 yards. A little more than the 8 penalties for 54 yards for Arizona. But, Mark, you can be even on every category, but if you lose the turnover battle 5 times, which resulted in 23 Arizona points, you're not going to win a ball game.
No, you're not. And those turnovers, 2 of them, one of them came on the 2-yard line where Luke Weaver set up a nice drive. He throws an interception to Gavin Hunter, and then on another ensuing play, trying to make a play, throws another interception as well. And it really, I will say this, John, I would be very surprised if Micah Alejado plays next week.
Yeah,
I would be
surprised
he
played as much as he did this week.
And moving forward is how we're going to shore up and get the reads down for Luke Weaver, how we're going to shore up the protection moving forward, how we're going to keep the defense off the field. There's just a lot that goes into this heading into next week.
Let's go ahead and give you tonight's Wow Lao Lao play of the game. There weren't many to show you, but we do have something for you. Brought to you by Young's Fish Market, home of the Wow Lao Lao. Landon Sims to the left of Alejado on the right hash. 2nd down and 10 from the 47 of Hawaii. Alejado dropping back. They're coming. Alejado dumps it off to Sims. Sims to the 50. Spins away from a guy. He breaks free. He's to the sideline. The 40, the 35, the 30, and down inside, just outside the 25. At the 26-yard line, enough for a first down, Hawaii's big play. And that led to one of the 2 field goals, and only 2. Kansei Matsuzawa, who was a worldwide sensation last week after 11 points and 3 field goals, including the game winner against Stanford, continues to produce in the kicking game. Another 2 field goals this week. He's 5 for 5.
Yeah, and that's the positive. You got to win 2. You got to win 3 aspects of special teams, right? So, Kansei Matsuzawa is definitely a weapon that Hawaii has now, has really solidified his case as one of the better kickers in the Mountain West. So having him is obviously a positive. But again, John, moving forward, this one's tough.
Yeah, let's find out what we can build on for the next game. It's brought to you by Statewide GC and Construction. Go to statewide.hawaii.com for info on Novawall and Calypso stretch fabrics. Mark, we go home for 3 weeks. No bye week. Sam Houston, Portland State, then conference play against Fresno. What does Hawaii got to do? Because it's in our opinion, both of us agree, I think, that Hawaii has shown some weaknesses tonight. They've shown some things that they definitely need to work on, but things that other teams will exploit.
I think first and foremost, Hawaii needs to get their offensive line protection figured out. Kuaupehopa hopefully is back next week, but 9 sacks, Johnny, in 2 games. That doesn't count the quarterback hurries. That doesn't count the quarterback hits. Obviously, the protection needs to get better. And, John, another thing, we haven't tonight, besides Landon Sims' 20-plus yard catch, we had not had a play over 25-plus yards in the last 2 games. So we haven't stretched anything vertically. So obviously teams are going to probably come up and play us on the bump and run and just press the box. I mean, there's some obvious concerns here. And then the last thing, John, before we wrap things up, and I'm going to say it, I know every game is a must-win situation, but Hawaii goes home for 3 more games, John. They have to. There's no discussion other than they have to go 3-0. They have to. Being at home, Portland State, Sam Houston State, Fresno State, all winnable games, but now without the question of Micah Alejado, regardless if he's good or not, they will have to find a way to win in the next 3 weeks before they head onto the road against Air Force.
A lot to clean up, both in the sack department, in the turnover department, and Hawaii will need to heal up a few players pretty quick because Mike Alejado, Nick Cynical, just to name a couple off the offense. You had a couple of guys on defense go down, a couple of the backups, McConnell Meyer. And this is going to be a tough road home. Hawaii's leaving to go home right after this game, and we'll head home and start to heal up tomorrow on Sunday, and it's Sam Houston next Saturday. Don't forget all of the questions that you might have. You can ask both on the Fans Voice coming up with Gary Dickman, but also this Wednesday at the Timmy Chang Show at Ruby Tuesday, Moanalua. Coach Timmy Chang has always been forthright with his answers. If he can answer it, he will. But you can come on down. It's always a lot of fun despite the loss. He'll talk about this loss and some of the things that Hawaii needs to work on, but also take a look ahead to Sam Houston. So questions that you can answer. If you can't make it down, you can always call or text in. But that'll be live Wednesday at 7 p.m. from Ruby Tuesday, Moanalua. Just want to say thank you to a bunch of people right now. Tanner Hayworth back at the studio, to Josh Pacheco and Arnold Martinez for both pregame and halftime analysis, to Eric Hood here in the booth, who does a fantastic job of running our show, whether we're on the road at Tucson or in Air Force or wherever we have to go throughout the season. Want to shout out the Veneri brothers, the broadcast brothers Fada. The Fada is here. John Veneri Sr. want to say thank you to him. And to all those that make this possible, we really want to say thank you to all of you that listen to us here. Up next, again, Gary Dickman with the Fans Voice. For my brother, Mark Veneri, I'm John Veneri saying aloha from Tucson, Arizona. Don't get down on your bows. Say go Bows. Beat Sam Houston next weekend. Here's the Fans Voice with Gary Dickman. Aloha.
At Napa, we are the pro